welcome to episode 511 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for January 3rd, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nichols, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's been going on, Dominic?
And it's Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. We're in a new year, 2026, man. And yeah, 2025 was a very bad year for me. I'm hoping this year turns out a lot better. I'm not optimistic about it though. But I do hope I pray that things get better though. So now we're speaking of the new year. I don't know what I just said. That's just spanking off the new year. Now we are. we started off the new year, and we're so now. Yeah, now we're going to go to like what's our expectations like for this year. I mean, now on this podcast, we usually get on predictions and stuff later on, but we're going to do like a year review of the year. And the next podcast, I think we'll do expectations, right? Yeah, we'll do expectations. Yeah. What we predict what happened through the year. I kind of wish we did it this time, but I did not even think of any predictions, so I can't even funnel it through this one.
Video games aren't going to exist by January 1st of 2027.
Yeah. So yes, that too. Like sports. By the time you hear this podcast, the NFL season will be over. We're going to be getting into the playoffs. It's been a long. Overall, people have said it's a great season. But for me, I just like my team, so. It was a horrible season for me, and it's like it was a horrible baseball season for me.
Yeah,
it sucks. It just fucking sucks that I'm back to what it was like 3 years ago. Because at least when the Washington sucked, the baseball team was good, and then last year was the best year. It was my best year when I had a decent baseball team and a good football team. I mean, the baseball team did flounder like at the end though, but still overall the season was a winning season. But yeah, this year, oh man, it sucks. And I don't have basketball. I mean, the Maryland Terps, they're rebuilding. This is their first year with new coach and new players. So some players got hurt. They're injured. So some of the good players. So excuse me, I'm a little sick under the weather, but so it's not really big expectations this year. I really didn't have any. I didn't really know what was going to happen this year. But yeah. So the girls are doing really good though. They lost their first game just recently. It's that I guess that's a disappointment. I'm not sure. Even though the team that lost it was unranked, but they only had lost one game. So I believe that team's going to be ranked now because they just beat Maryland, who was like number 7 and undefeated. So maybe that team could be that. Maybe they're better than what they, people thought. But Maryland, the girls they look really good this year. The team that looks the best in women's is Connecticut, though. They're like the favorite again. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for me, it's like I'm waiting for baseball season because we did put some players. I know I don't know if we got. I don't know when some of these pickups happen. I know we got a pitcher, Baz, from the. He used to be on the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't know if it was after or before Alonso, but yeah, Orioles. I'm just looking forward to the season. Hopefully, we have a good season this year. I keep seeing because every time I look up, I try to look at the news on the Orioles because every time I look, it's like predictions of what they're going to get, not what they got. I was like, I don't want to hear about predictions of what we could possibly get. I don't care about that. It's like that's a nothing burger, really. It's like because it never happens. It rarely happens. Those predictions, So that's why I hate hearing them. So yeah. Well, the playoffs, like the Ravens. The Ravens, they got their chance though. They got a chance. With the Steelers losing to the Browns, and I don't know the reason why they lost to the Browns. I don't know, but I'm suspecting, like what some people said, is that
foul play.
Well, no, well, yeah, that of course is always that, but it's like they were playing to stop the guy from breaking the record. The Yeah, the defensive. God damn, Garrett. Yeah, Garrett. Miles Garrett is on a pace to break the sack record, and he could have broke it that game. But I think they were so focused on him not breaking the record, they were just trying to play offense like they normally do, and and like I mean I really don't think. I hope that's not the reason. Put it like this: I hope that's not the reason. But they really being they. But I remember them just talking about like them not letting him break the record and stuff. But it's just like the way Aaron Rodgers was throwing that ball out. I mean, he always throws the ball quick, but it was just like he's really not getting set really to like get to the ball out well. And I mean, one of his receivers was out, but it's still the Browns. The Browns still only lost like I mean, only won like 3 or 4 games. So
Mm.
it's like I don't care you're missing a receiver. You're playing against a team that's only won like 3 games all year. And like you are the number one team in your division. So unless the number one player, unless your player, the best player is the quarterback and he's out, then no, there's no excuse. And yeah, they lost to him. Like the offense couldn't score. Because Browns didn't do shit the second half, but their defense held them. Um, so Ravens got a chance. So Ravens got a chance to play in the Steelers. That's a Sunday night game. It's the last game of the season. This is the decider of who was going to the playoffs. So I hope they can get through. I don't, as of right now, I don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing. I haven't looked at the news recently. I still think they can win with Huntley, honestly, against
Yeah,
the
I mean, he
Steelers.
looked great last week.
Yeah. So I think they're okay. I mean, I think they got a chance. Like Steelers is not like Steelers are freaking. They're almost like the Ravens, really. Like they're just not. Um, they're not that great. So like they got players, but they're just overall like this season they haven't been that great, and they've just been iffy. And so like both these teams, like I will favor the Ravens in this game. Um, so yeah, so Ravens they still got a chance to do something, even as bad a year's been. But this year's been
Yeah,
so freaking like topsy turvy. I mean, the top teams is like the Patriots and the Broncos and the Bears, and I mean that's just like that's crazy. It's like these teams. Um, the Broncos were okay last year. They were like the only team. The other teams they both didn't make the playoffs. So now you have like these guys who were rookies last year and like down there in their second year, they're doing good. And unfortunately, my quarterback, who was like rookie of the year, he got hurt this year. So, and then you see some people even saying like, "Oh, sophomore slump and stuff." Say, I don't know if it's a sophomore slump when you get injured. I don't know. I mean, if he played the whole season and did bad, then yeah. But dude literally got injured. He only played 4 games. So it's like it sucks. I hope he comes back next year strong though, to really shut that down. Like with anything, either about injury prone or anything like that. I just hope that gets shut down. Um, but yeah, it sucks seeing these other quarterbacks like, ah, man, they're doing well. I mean, I'm glad they're doing well. It's just that like my guy, and they try to say, oh, it was a fluke or something like that. And to me, I think it's the other way around. It wasn't a fluke, really. Like he's just that good that he can like our team like is not good if he's not there. While those other teams, they were a good team. That's why they were predicted. Those teams were predicted to do well, like last year, and some of them didn't. Well, except for the Patriots. I'll say Patriots is the only one that actually got better players this year to really actually build around their quarterback. I give them that.
mm,
But the Bears with like Caleb Williams, like they were thought to be better last year because they had players around him. They just weren't. And the Broncos, they did okay last year. They did okay last year. They did a whole lot better this year. But they always had players though. That was their only problem was that they didn't have a quarterback. That was always their issue. That defense has been there for years. now, like being good. But even inputting different players, they still been good. But they just didn't ever have the quarterback on the offense to like keep it going. They had players on the offense, just not a quarterback. So they finally got one. And so yes, they're doing really well now. They finally got their quarterbacks. Caleb Williams is okay. He's not like like to me, it's more of that he has a good team around him. Like he's an okay
Mhm.
quarterback, but the other guys on the Patriots guy who looked like he might be MVP, man. They might maybe they got the new Tom Brady. I don't know, but he's MVP this year. And then you have the Broncos quarterback, Bo Nix. He's doing he's pretty good too. Um, but like yeah, they also have like good teams around them. They got a good teams and their organizations are good around them. Like Bears organization was bad last year. Now they got new coach and everything, and they're better. Like the Patriots got a new coach and everything, and they're better. And like this, well, last year you always saw like they were getting better Broncos, and now they're really good now. So it's understandable why that happened. Ours, I think it was that we masked it. We masked what we didn't have because we kind of knew our defense was going to kind of suck last year, but um, Jane Daniels was just so good on offense, and that we could keep up. Like even the defense being bad, we could score. We would score a lot. And then like I think he masked a lot of problems that we actually had with the team, and just because of how good he is, and it's like a great quarterback can do that. And this season, unfortunately, injuries and people not being there and the off season, practicing because there was a holdout like with one of our best wide receivers. And just like my brother was telling me, he's like every time somebody holds out because they're not practicing, then they finally pay them and then they play. It seems like they get injured because they haven't been practicing with the team or loosening up. They not like it's different from going into a game. I mean, you can do exercise and stuff all you want, but going to a game is just different, especially if you play no preseason games or nothing. They put no pads on through the whole off season, and it seems like it always happens that way, and it pisses me off because like if I'm going to pay them, why can't I just pay them earlier then? It was like, darn, I would rather for you just to say fuck it, like just hope don't pay them then because like then you won't have this situation, and like yeah,
Yeah.
it just sucked. This season just sucked for us, but overall the NFL season was good. Like people like they it was good. It was really unpredictable. You got some huge games, man. You got the Seattle's about to play the 49ers. They got two games today. I know like I know Seattle's playing 49ers. Um I think that's today. But I know that's like one big game for the division for the West. Um then yeah, they play tonight. And earlier
Mhm.
you got Carolina Tampa Bay, that's for the division really. And they and then you have games, even games that they don't decide that between the two teams that playing don't decide the division, but because of if a team ties another team, they do affect this game, like the Falcons and the Saints game. Like neither of those teams are going to
Mhm.
playoffs, but they affect the game of Carolina Tampa Bay because I think if Tampa Bay wins, if the Tampa Bay beats Carolina, and so they'll be tied for 8 and 9. It all depends who wins those games that who will go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, then yeah, you got some even the Washington Eagles game. Even though Eagles they already won a division, but it's about seeding, like if they're going to be number 2 seed or not. It's up to them if they even care to. They might can still win with their backups. Who knows? Because I don't know what who we're going to have at quarterback really. But yeah, so it really don't. I don't know. It all depends how they really put the importance in seeding for them because they're going to get a division, but I don't think they can get number. Yeah, they can't get number one. I don't think. I think it's impossible for them to get number one. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a cool weekend and see this cool playoffs. College playoffs been going on. I watched the second round almost just like last year. almost all these the teams that had to buy lost except for one, the number one team, Indiana. But like the other teams lost. Some people are saying like the bye is too long, which I do agree with. Like 20 some days till you play, it's like man, that's a long time. Because they didn't have a game last week, which I was shocked by because I don't remember last year's like how the setup was like as far as buys go. But like it was for this year, it was like of course they have that one buy and then they start the playoffs. And then of course, the other team has a buy. But I thought it was gonna be that they play the next week, they play those teams. No, they had a break on Christmas week, they had a break. So that's a 2 week buy basically for the other team. So that takes away the advantage to me because it's like, oh, the other team gets a rest then. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you get 3 weeks rest, but you get like 3 weeks rest from when the last time you probably played. And then they get about a week's rest. It's like still that's enough. That's enough for them. They can plan. The whole thing is that they got two weeks to plan basically to play you. And that's the advantage is gone. And then it's what is different from NFL, like from regular playoffs of like uh professional sports, is that you play at home in the professional sports. When you get to the second week of the college football, it's neutral field because it's bowl games. So it's not the same. It's not even really an advantage per se. The advantage is only rest. Even if it was just a week, they get a week by which is not the same. I mean, it's not the same because you're still not home. I think, like someone said, like I didn't even think about that. I was like, you know what? Yeah, because they're still trying to have the bowl games. They're trying to have the cake and eat it too. Like have a playoff system, and they have bowl games. And I feel like either you play neutral field all throughout, or I'm sorry, those teams that have gotten the bye week, they deserve a home game then. Like they should be home. That they should have the advantage. And that should do it. Like I get it. You're trying to do everything with sponsors and everything, but you can still sponsor it. That's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. Like, hey, Ohio State can be home and it can be still sponsored by Pop Tarts or whatever you want to say. You can still call it. You can still, in actuality, you can still call that bowl game. It just won't be at the location like it usually is.
Yeah.
Um, but listen, like you know what? Like someone said, I just listened to like this morning. They brought to our attention is that the difference between like the professionals and college is that professionals is only like what 32 teams, and they're all owners. The owners are there. They building for the future. People who are on the college panel. They don't stay there forever. They're only there for some years. So they're thinking about monetary gain, like now. They're not really thinking about years ahead. They're not planning for like so many years ahead because a lot of them are not going to be there. Most of them, if not all of them, like 10 years from now, that panel will probably be totally different. So they're thinking about getting sponsors and stuff and get the money, closer to now, not so much what this will look like years down the line, how this will look. And I said, yeah, that's true. Like that's how these things are set up. There's not a panel where it's like these guys are gonna be here. These guys are set here or something like that. I don't know how to choose the panel or anything, but in the previous years it was like people who were part of other colleges and stuff like that. So you don't keep those jobs forever. Um, so yeah, they got to change. Some people think they have to change it to I think the 16 team format, so it won't be no buy. Which I guess if you want to keep the bowl games, you're gonna have to do it. Yeah, you're gonna have to make it so there's no bye week. Like there is no bye week, then so everybody can be even keel and just play throughout. Um, because if you're not going to give those guys home games, it's just not. It isn't fair. It isn't fair for that team. But also, like someone said, it's also only been 2 years of this. So it's only been 2 years of this. And thing is, the teams that have beaten those teams and those buys, some of those games was like, I don't know if the other team would have had beaten them anyway. Because some of those teams that had buys, especially last year, like the teams that had to play, I was like, I think those teams were better than them anyway. They were better than them. Like Boise had a bye last year, and I forgot who they played, but I was like, that team's better than them. They're going to beat them. And then, yeah, I was looking at some of the games. I said, yeah, some of those games were kind of that the team, even though they had a bye week, like because of what they did in regular season, you didn't really. I don't think you would have picked that team to beat the team like anyway to who they're going against. So it's kind of iffy. That's why I said like it's still early though. So it's still early, but I still think 20-something days till you play the next game in a playoff format. Nah, man, that's not cool. Anyway, what else we got here? I think that's it really for sports because yeah, pro basketball not really paying attention to. What the hell's going on there? So what's going on in wrestling world, man?
There's nothing really worth talking about in wrestling right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so we go right to what we've been watching. So what you been watching, man?
Yeah, so we were talking last week amongst ourselves about the new Knives Out movie coming out, and I've been meaning to get around to watching those movies. I've heard really positive things about them. So I did watch the first Knives Out as well as the second one, Glass Onion. I enjoyed both of them a lot. I think the first one edges it out a little more. As far as like the story goes, I think the characters between both of them are quite enjoyable. The second one, even though I was thinking to myself, like the second one feels a little more star-studded, but that's not the case at all. When I actually look back at it. But I like the characters in both of them a whole lot. Obviously, Daniel Craig's character, who's kind of the only consistent character between the two movies. I think he does a good job. His like Southern fried accent is obviously a little over the top, but I don't think it's bad. Like it's not something to laugh at necessarily. I think it still works. But just even like watching him go from James Bond to just kind of this like Southern gentleman, detective style guy.
Somebody had to make a joke on him on that. Like I remember that. It had to be the first one. Didn't somebody call him Foghorn or something?
I'm sure, absolutely, yeah. How many times does he say "I say" in the movie? Several. Yeah. That aside, though, I thought it was very clever. It does a lot of like subverting of the like Clue style mystery of the movie. It does let you in, or it feels like it lets you in more on, what is happening than his character does. But then it ends up being like all that is kind of like not the case, and you're just falling for the dupe, I guess. Meanwhile, he's very much like in tune with what's going on. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler. Plus, it's old. But like in the second one, where he's just like Ed Norton's character is basically like Steve Jobs or one of these like tech elitist assholes, and he's throwing this big party for him and his former like friends, partners style thing, and he's doing like a murder mystery, and Daniel Craig's character just immediately like calls out what's going to happen and how it's and just shuts him down immediately, which only leads to the actual suspense. But yeah, I liked both of them a lot. This is where Rian Johnson belongs, Dominic, not my Star Wars. It really does make you wonder, had they had some level of like coherence in Star Wars, or like even just let Rian Johnson, create his own thing, not trying to piggyback off of, the J.J. Abrams movie, like what what he would have been able to do there. And obviously they were talking about letting him then do his own thing in a separate thing, but it feels like all the Star Wars plans have been, kind of torn asunder. So who the hell knows there? Yeah, but you watched the latest one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was that?
And that is really good. Like he's still
Awesome.
Like yeah, he kills it with these movies, man.
Mm.
That like I was really thinking like, oh, is this gonna be a letdown? Because the last two were really good, and now he's doing another one. Is this gonna be the final letdown? And no, it wasn't. And the thing is, I like murder mystery movies or shows or anything like that, like a good one. So I'm glad like this was really good. Like this was like had well, I was watching it with some people and we were trying to guess who did it. And I mean, I predicted who I thought would did it. Just like I didn't predict like how, of course. So it ain't nothing like, oh yeah, say, oh, I knew what's going to happen. Like it was just that I just picked the person who I thought did it, but I just don't know how they did it. And actually, I probably, I mean, well, I'm not. Nah, I'll get you spoiler if I go to more. So I'm just saying, yeah, but yeah, but thing is, how it was done. Yeah, I couldn't predict that. Like I couldn't predict. Like it was just it was great. Like this deals with more of a religion, because yeah, it takes place in a church, and
Oh, okay.
and what's his name? What's the guy name? He was in Men in Black 3 and other movies, and he was Thanos. What's his name?
Oh, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin is like some like he's a priest, but he's like one of those almost like heretic kind of priests. Like he's just always like damnation on people. Always say if they do something wrong, like he just keys in on it or something like that.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a lot there. It's a lot of layers there, just like onion. But it's yeah, it's really good, man. The actors are good. Also, like yeah, a cast that's filled with stars. I mean, you got like I said, Josh Brolin. You got I forgot her name. The woman that's in 101 Dalmatians. Um, the
The redhead?
the 101 Dalmatian, the redhead. Uh,
Yeah.
she was old lady with black and
Oh, you mean okay, the voice, not the Cruella. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Cruella.
okay.
I'm thinking of Emma Stone.
You think oh yeah, that movie. I forgot that movie came out. The yeah, what's her name? What was her name?
I'm blanking, but I yeah.
Shit, man. I gotta think of her name now, man. Oh shit.
I'm seeing her face.
Glenn Close. Glenn Close.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, Glenn Close was in here. And there's other people too. I just don't know their names.
I forgot about those movies.
But
the
yeah,
original live action Disney movies, Dominic.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, it was a really good movie. It was a really good. Oh yeah, yeah. Hawkeye's in there too. Also, he's in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Cure. Oh yeah, Cure Washington. She's also in there. Yeah, yeah, man. That movie, it was really good, man. It got rated pretty good too. So it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth seeing. I mean, it's on Netflix. It's definitely worth watching. All right.
Nice.
Did I watch anything else? No, I think that was it. So yeah, you watched. So you watched one battle at a time, huh? Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, so this is the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I was looking back and like Paul Thomas Anderson is this like prolific director. Obviously, There Will Be Blood. He also did Boogie Nights. but like I don't know that I've seen outside of There Will Be Blood, and I saw that around the
There
time
will
that
be
it came
blood.
out on
What is There
DVDs.
will be blood?
The oil one. I drink your milkshake,
Oh, okay,
where
yeah.
it's him and
Okay,
his, taking his son around and
yeah.
making oil deals and stuff.
He got a bowling
Um,
alley in his Oh, for some reason I remember that.
yeah. But outside of that, I haven't really seen a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson. I haven't seen any. I don't think. I don't even know that I've seen Boogie Nights.
I
At
didn't even
least
know that name
fully.
until you just said it.
Boogie Nights.
No, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Um, he's always. I could have swore, didn't he do like Lincoln or something? Or maybe I'm just associating. I think I'm
Lincoln?
associating him with Lincoln because the guy from
I sworn that was Steven Spielberg.
yeah, nah. The reason I associate that is because I'm like
Country
associating
Star. Oh,
him
Country
with
Star. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm conflating the two. I think he also did Punch Drunk Love, the Adam Sandler serious movie. I think at one point in time I did see that as well. But yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. I think I'm conflating those two. So honestly, like I came into this not really knowing anything outside of people talking about like, Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be like up for an Oscar or whatever, and his performance is really good here. He's kind of this like washed out, kind of burnout guy. He was part of a revolutionary group who was like freeing immigrants who the U.S. had captured, and like helping people cross the border and stuff like that, and trying to overthrow the government through use of bombs and stuff like that. And he kind of falls out of the group when one of the people gets captured. His love interest, and then he basically has to go into hiding. Then it cuts to 16 years later. That's the part when he's burnt out. He has this daughter, who's now like 16, 17 years old. And then Sean Penn's in this movie. And like initially I didn't recognize him because he's like super buff military style dude. And I'm like, that guy's face looks familiar. And then I was like, wait, is that Sean Penn? Jesus. Yeah, and he's playing like basically the antagonist. And there's some weird race stuff going on. Like he's trying to, Sean Penn is trying to join this group of like white supremacists, and that's not going well for him. So like there's the seriousness to it, and then there's definitely some comedic stuff, especially with DiCaprio's character. It's about a 3-hour movie. I don't think it doesn't suffer because of that. I think the whole
it
thing
didn't sound
is
like
pretty
it. From
interesting.
people I know who saw it, they liked it.
Yeah.
They even mentioned the time.
Yeah, I initially looked at it. I was like 2 hours and 41 minutes. Oh, but I started it last night and immediately picked it up this morning because it got way too late for me to stay up. But I picked it back up immediately and finished it off, and it was awesome the entire way through. Yeah, it's definitely kind of a crazy premise. And I don't know that the actual like underpinnings of it really like matter. It's more about a character piece, with DiCaprio and Sean Penn. Benicio del Toro's in it as like this kung fu instructor. It very much has a almost Coen Brothers-esque, like there's some drama to it, but there's definitely some lightheartedness to it. And I guess that's what I've heard about like a Boogie Nights, but because, and there are moments, I guess, in There Will Be Blood, but I don't think in the same way.
Yeah,
like I was
say,
expecting that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was like a lot of comedic.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah,
so,
I just remember nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson's most recent movie before this was Licorice Pizza, which I've heard really good things about too. I want to go back and check that out, but I looked it up last night and there isn't any place that's streaming. It's just a purchasable thing right now, so that kind of sucks. And then he also did Phantom Thread, which I remember being like an Oscar baity type thing, but it didn't necessarily look like something I was super interested in seeing. It's like a period piece almost, 1950s London about a tailor type person, like a clothing designer or something like that. And that does have Daniel Day-Lewis in it again. But yeah, so I definitely recommend one battle after another. It's quite enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Um, I was at the Licorice Pizza, and I was seeing that, and then the star of that girl was in the movie called Hein, Girl Sunder. And I'm trying to think, are they talking about the Haman? Or was that her name? But it could be. It could be play on words. I don't know.
There
No, but
was
that's
a
her name.
character in.
No, that's her
Oh,
name.
okay.
That's her last name.
Torn
But
Asunder.
it's no. But it says Heim
Oh,
Girls Summer Girl. Heim Summer Girl, and it's a movie she's in. The star of Licorice Pizza, and
okay.
but her last name is Heim. Oh, it's a song. She's a singer apparently. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, because
Yeah.
apparently, like, I don't know if that's like if they're related in some way because he did. Paul Thomas Anderson directed a whole bunch of music videos for her. And I thought that was weird because like I'm like this is after after he's done like There Will Be Blood and all these things, and he's just like out there directing music videos, which like how many people even see music videos nowadays?
Yeah. All right. So I guess we get to what we've been playing. So I'll start. Might as well.
Okay.
All right. So I was playing some more Expedition 13. I mean that's a 13, 33. Good God.
Oh no,
The 13. The
they've
13
gotten
year
too far.
olds.
Yeah, you gotta send 12 year olds out there now to solve this.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty far in it. Um, I don't know how much I have left. I've done a lot of side stuff. I know I can't do all the side stuff because I know some things look like you only can get if you can fly, and I was like, I don't have the ability to fly yet. So,
Hmm.
and from what I've heard is that that's almost like a last disc kind of thing, or like
Okay. Yeah.
fantasy, because like, oh, you probably only have one mission to go, so that's when you do
Yeah. Gotta
side
get jump on Sid's airship and get out of there.
yeah. Um. Also, I went back and played some Shadow of Mordor because I picked up Shadow of War. It was like super
Mhm.
cheap, and that and like everything with it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go play Shadow of Mordor. I always said I was going to go back to it. That was like 14 years ago.
Yeah, because you never
So,
beat that game, right?
nope. Yeah, I never beat it,
That's a rare
and
one where I beat it, but you didn't.
so I went back playing that, and I was like, oh yeah, it did. I remember now that it does have that Batman combat in there with it.
Yeah. That's the
Um,
best part about it.
So yeah, doing that, and also like I'll just be interrogating guys and get information on the next guy. One time, a guy just got killed, and I like it's funny because I think that happened before. Like somehow the leaders get killed. It's like really by accident. I didn't know they were a leader or anything. And like you just happened to meet them, and
Mm.
and in this case, I didn't even really meet him. I was just getting by the giant troll was like attacking me, so it was attacking everything around. And then next I know, I saw like the little cutscene thing come, like, oh, leader got killed, and because the kid got killed by the troll. And I was like, oh, I said, oh, I didn't even know it was leader over here. I said, oh, okay, so I just got lucky because there's one of those guys I never did, I don't know about because there was, yeah,
Mm.
he, yeah, so and luckily, like the troll was just smashing everything and it killed him. Um, but
Convenient.
yeah, that game, yeah, you can still. I mean, it looks dated now, and plus because of the optimization for it from then, like you can't, like it's not even like a real like 1080p. Really, it's
Oh.
weird. Yeah, so and then when I try to go higher, I could go higher, but then it glitched on me, and like I couldn't get back into the game because of whatever. Like it, something wrong with the display, and I had to. I read it online. Someone said, "Oh, you have to like erase something, like so it will automatically try to adjust to a certain display that it'll go back
Oh,
to
weird.
the default, and then you can play again." So I was like, "Oh yes, one of these older games that
I was
didn't
gonna
do
say
that."
this some like go into the INI file and adjust that type nonsense.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, it probably shouldn't have been that way because yeah, even though it's what when did we do the podcast? 2014. Even though it came out in 14, uh, it's like I think that's still archaic. Like it should. It was no reason
Yeah,
that it should still be that way. Or there should
people
have been
didn't
an
care about
update,
PC ports back
or there should
then.
have been an update since that because that was a popular game. That was still
Yeah,
even though
game of
that
the
that
year,
year,
Dominic.
yeah, it was exactly that game. It should have been updated to a point where that's not a thing. Man, that just tell you like these companies, man. I swear,
I'm
like it's
surprised it
so
doesn't have like a remaster or whatever at this point.
yeah, yeah. I'm a little
It's
shocked
Warner
too.
Brothers for you, Dominic.
Well, anyway, what else I played? Played some Diablo 3. I finished the main story, and um, I'm a little upset because there's a person who might have died in the game, but you never know. And I was thinking like, oh, is it in the DLC? That's not you. You do go after her mother, who like caused her to get. I mean, spoiler warning. I mean, DLC's been out for a long time now. Diablo takes over the main one of the main character girls. I mean, woman in the game, young woman. And her mother was working for Diablo because she is the. Well, I don't know if they ever got married, but her husband being the father was the main character from the first game who got, I guess, I forgot, like he got possessed or something and by like the evil or whatever, and I guess he had a child with the rich woman and they had her. So they used her body for Diablo to come up to our world and thing is, it was one that's like, is she still alive? It's like some people think I think she's the guy was like, I think she did, but say I think her spirit is strong though. And but thing is you never see her. And I'm thinking like, oh, maybe the DLC would do it. They said no, you just go after the mother. And I guess you kill her at the end. I'm not sure. I haven't finished the DLC, I just started it. Reaper of Souls. But I was like, is it in four? But it's not in four either. So like some people were upset, like, hey, we're gonna find out what happened to Leia. Like, is she still around? Is she seriously dead? And like, they didn't continue that. And I'm like, yeah, why didn't they continue that, man? It's like, I mean, I didn't hate her or anything. I mean, she was I mean, yeah, she's part of the story. I just want to know, like a conclusion to it. Like, I just want to know if she definitely did. I mean, it would kind of suck though if they did kill her off. Like, I feel like you didn't have to kill her off. Um, but yeah, it's kind of yeah, it's freaking pretty bad. Like, they just didn't like finish her story. Like or like at least tell us like what happened to her. But maybe they do it as some other DLC in for who knows. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, but I had a fun playing through that. I haven't got to level 70 yet. That's like the max level, and so I want to do
Mm.
some because that's where you can start really doing some other stuff too. I mean, you can do a lot of shit even before that because you can still do some the bounty hunts and stuff like that. Everything. I don't know how to find players. I mean, I'm thinking that maybe nobody's online or it's just like we're not online at the same time as where other people are playing. Because it's probably just a Switch game. So, like, I don't know. I'm curious how many people are playing the Switch game and they are playing. Because, like, yeah, because I'll be looking like around. It's like, hey, like I don't see um people in this hub world here, and then I'll be like, hey, and that's what I was wondering. I was like, hey, can you still play against? They said, yeah, but it says it's easier if you have a friend you can play with. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, okay. So I was like, well, that kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, I like because I still like playing that game. Um, what else I played? I played some Splatoon 3. I did get some new weapons. Um, I didn't play with them that much. I think I played with the ink roller a bit. And yeah, I mean, game fun. I haven't gone back to a single player. Like that's the next thing I'm going to really do. I'm going to focus on a single player next time I play that game. I did play some Cyberpunk on the Switch. Uh, like I think I did. Did I talked about it last podcast? Didn't I? About me
I
playing?
don't think so. Nah,
Okay,
if
I
I didn't
didn't.
talk
Okay,
about it, then yeah, we didn't
okay.
talk about it at all yet.
So yeah, so you picked up Cyberpunk, so I tried it. I tried it out on the Switch, and it does run well.
Yeah.
Um, it I play in I mean I played in the default mode, which is quality mode, and then
Mhm.
I saw I wanted to see like the settings, and I saw like oh there is a performance mode because I was thinking like is this the performance mode or not? And so I put on the performance mode, and it does run. It runs smoother. I mean faster. But like I said, I haven't tried it again when I went out to the open world. Like I tried it, and I was still indoors in the bar area because I chose the to be a street whatever. I forget what they call it.
Mm.
Like a city guy or whatever, or city girl. I was a girl.
Yeah.
I picked a woman. And so you are in the so you're in what's the city called?
Night City.
Night City. Okay, yeah. I'm in Night City in one of the bars. That's how you start in that scenario. So I'm inside. So I didn't really see a big difference in graphics. Now I didn't, and I just stayed in performance mode. So I didn't switch back to quality mode to see how it runs outside the city. Like if there's like do I really see like the graphics be really like any better? Because if I don't, then I'll just stay in performance mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it plays well. It plays nice. I'm getting trying to get used to the controls though. Like playing like I'm used to just like a regular controller because I'm playing on the handheld. And I play on my TV, so I'm playing handheld and with the first person controls. So it feels a little weird at first. I had to do some adjustments, and it's okay. But I haven't done a lot of shooting. Because I haven't got to a part where I'm doing a whole lot of shooting. I did a tutorial,
Mhm.
and I think I shot a couple guys in like the first missions. You started shooting people, but other than that, man, like it does look like it runs really well on the Switch though. Like for a Switch game, hey man, looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, like shockingly so. Like
Yeah,
when I did go out into the more open world and started driving around a bit, it felt smooth. Like it didn't feel like it was like 60 or anything necessarily. And like I'm only vaguely able to like pick that out, but it definitely was smoother than 30. Like even though 30 feels like relatively smooth, the pace in which it felt like it was moving definitely like you could feel it, like the
okay.
clarity in the movement,
So how about the
which was
visually?
nice.
So visually, it still look good in performance mode.
Yeah, visually, I don't know if the default is fidelity mode, then that's what I was playing as.
Well, yeah, that's the
I
default.
never
That's the
switched that.
default.
Yeah. So I'll have to try the performance mode. I did after we talked about it last time go in Metroid and change those, and for a while I was playing in performance. But then I started to notice a little bit here and there of like the lower resolution. So I just ended up switching that back to the visual one, and never had any issues as far as frame rate or anything with that. And of course, that was entirely in handheld. I didn't take that to the TV much at all.
Oh, okay. Um. Also, I played some Control on PS5 because I never did beat that game, and I was like, I'm gonna
Mhm.
go try it, and I was playing through that a bit. Not. I didn't get really too far on it.
Is that version
Um.
the ultimate version?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say it is. I want to say it is the
I
ultimate
only
version.
say that because I very much felt like the ending to that game was not much of an ending, and I heard that the DLC stuff like concluded things a little more.
Yeah, because I think that's what I was saying. Like when I look on the icon now, it just says control, but I felt like when I went to download it was ultimate. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, I have to go look. I'll look and see. We'll see if that is. I feel like that has to be it. Um, also played some of Last Defense Force. I said Last Defense Force. Last Defense Academy, the 100 Days War thing, whatever fucking
Mm.
title it is. Um, so like it is. Yeah, I found out it says 100 endings. I forgot how many. I don't know how many I did, honestly, but I went through a lot. I did a lot because I was like, man, I'm going to finish this game, man. I'm going to finish through, and I'm going to solve this fucking mystery of what the hell this world is I'm in. Um, I mean, there be some good story beats into it, but it's a lot of stuff that I feel like it's not needed. Like you go through days where all you do is like you go to another day, and then all you do is say like, "Oh man, I feel bad about something you did previously." It's like I still feel kind of bad. I just want to get through this day, and it's like, why you waste my time? Can you just skip to a day when we actually do something? Like
Yeah.
that's what I don't like, and it's like, and it's thing is really being really anime with it. It's being like what Japanese anime is of that. Like that's what I always had problem with it. Like the Japanese anime or in game or writing or whatever is that they always say a lot of stuff that you don't have to convey anymore. Like I feel like you conveyed enough that this person what this person's feeling, but it's like you have to just keep it's like, but you have to keep like going though. It's like you can't just be like, man, like you can't either show it or even if you tell it, it's like you have to keep telling it. And it's like almost like you have to beat it into me, like, okay, I know he is anxious, or okay, he's nervous, or he's angry. It's like you keep like pounding it in, and it's like, dude, I mean, I get it. It's like you can just skip to another part where the story progresses now. I get that this dude's feeling right now. And then it's always dumb because then it's like then finally somebody talks to them, and then it'd be like, hey, you shouldn't feel this way, and blah, blah, blah. Then it'd be like, oh, you're right. I say, shut the fuck up, man. It's like, good God. It's like, you can't figure that out yourself. Um, it's like they need validation or something, and it's just like I get it. Like I understand. Like it's hard. Like you're going through war and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean you can show that without him literally saying it each day. Like you can you skip? Yeah, and that's what I get. So because sometimes like I skip because I can just tell it's like nothing important is going to happen right here. Say nothing important is going to happen. I can see where this is going. Um, and luckily, you can. If I do feel like I skipped something, I can go back. It's a trash script where you can just look at what they said. And no, it's never been a time where I skipped something that it was worth because I would go back and transcribe. I was like, yeah, they ain't say shit. But I mean, it's a good game. It's like this is where I feel like editing. This is the difference in culture. I think in like editing and where I like maybe with them this is all right. Like this feels okay. Like to do it this way. It doesn't feel like it's being I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's being repetitive or something like that. And yeah, I know some people make excuses for this too over here, and I just call them idiots themselves. I said, look, man, whatever. Like for you to like something that's be repetitive, I don't know. That just seems weird to me. But it's like, yeah, because it's like you don't need it. Like you don't need that to convey the situation here. Like it's been established of what we're supposed to feel right here. Um, but yeah, I think that's the difference. Like if this was edited down, oh my god, this would be so much better. This is the only reason that it takes so long. And editing, even in mechanics, needs to be some editing because each day you not all the time, which that pisses me off. I was like, wait a minute, why in this day? Like usually we go to each day, it's always like the bell rings at the start of the day and the end of the day because you're in like a school. So when the now sometimes they don't, it'll just go straight to something. I was like, oh good, maybe I will have to go through this no more. But no, you do. Sometimes you do. The bell rings, then the guy says something. Now if the guy says something different, then fine, show that scene. But why do I have to go through each day where the bell rings, like ding dong, and then it goes to a clip, guy talking. Then you can fast forward through that part. but you got to kick buttons. It doesn't just skip like all the way through.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, why do you have to keep showing this? You're making this game so much long. It's already going to be a long game, so much longer than what it is. That's really why I get like I always like get tired. It's like, I can't finish what I want to finish. So I was like, God, I can't keep going through these same things all the time. I like that they let me skip battles though. Like we go to another timeline. They let you skip the battles if you've done something similar before. But yeah, it's a lot of things they shouldn't let you skip, man. It's like, good God. It's like, just stretching this shit out. I wish there was like how some of these other games are, where it says like, "Hey, you just want to do it for the story. You won't have to do this stuff." I wish this game had that. I really wish this game had that because I was like, yeah, I just want to just pick the story beats. Like I don't want to do none of the other stuff. All right, yeah, so that's it for what I really played. Mostly these last 2 weeks. So what you been playing?
Nice. So in addition to Cyberpunk, I went through that whole kind of tutorial section and through to the end of the first mission. And then I jumped back into Metroid, so I haven't gotten back to that since then. But like you said, runs well, looks pretty good. The controls feel all right. It has a mouse mode. The only thing that really tripped me up though is they dropped me into the hacking like mini game style thing. And like my controls weren't doing anything. And I'm sitting there like very confused and I could back out of it. But every time I went back into it, like I felt like it was stuck. And then like I'm literally pressing every button trying to do something. And then I'm like, what if like this would be stupid if this is it? But it was touchscreen exclusive.
Oh.
Like I was playing in handheld mode, obviously, and I'm sure if you had a dock, they'd have some other option. But literally, until I touched the numbers on the touchscreen, like it was just not reacting at all. I was like, that is such an odd choice. So yeah, that seems cool. I'm gonna get back into that. Marvel Invasion, I wanted to hop back into because you picked that up on the Switch, and I beat Metroid Prime, so I was looking for another game that I could like kind of quickly beat, and feel like I accomplished something. So I went back.
You beat Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. And we'll be talking about that. I'm going to be using my wrestling time on that one, I think, Dominic. So Marvel Invasion, I beat all the levels that I previously beat on the Xbox version. And now I'm up to the Venom level and the Hella level. I haven't played that one yet. But I'm finally at a point where like these levels are starting to get hard now. Cause what I kind of liked and talked about last time we talked about that game was like, it feels a lot easier than your Scott Pilgrims or games of that nature. Where they were just like kind of looking to be more punishing because that's the way the old games used to be. But having two characters, being able to switch between them, using them as assists and basically having two life bars made this game a bit easier. But this Venom level has not proven to be the case for me. I've gone through it, I think twice or three times now and died each time. And now part of my problem with this game is a me problem because they give you those like side things to do, like goals or whatever to do for each level. I kind of focus on them and not necessarily like making it through the level. I'm like, oh, I need to, hit these guys with 4 of the energy balls from Storm or whatever. So like, instead of just like doing fundamental, like beating these guys up, I'm always trying to like sprinkle in the move that I need to do or whatever. And I think that's to my detriment sometimes. It's not necessarily the case with this one. I'm just having a little more trouble, with this Venom level, but it's not something I don't think I'm gonna be able to overcome. And I think there is an easier difficulty level if I do get to that point, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. And these levels are like maybe 10 minutes long each, so you're not losing like that much progress. Plus, your characters are getting experience and leveling up, so they're potentially getting more XP. They're getting more XP, but they're getting more like health bonuses and stuff like that potentially. So you are
Doomsday. 11 for Doomsday.
Yep, you're coming in a little stronger. So yeah, I still really like that game. I like having it on the Switch, just for the convenience factor of it. Also, you had gotten Ball Pit on the Switch. I've been playing a bit of that as well. I still have only beaten the first level with one character. Still trying to make it through with a second one so that I can unlock that second level. But I feel like a lot of times I'm just like, it's luck of the draw almost. I haven't found like a sound strategy yet that will get me advanced in that game. It very much feels like, okay, I'm at the whim of whatever pickups I get, and I'm also at the whim of like however my balls are going to bounce. I'm not strategizing necessarily. I'm pointing vaguely in the direction of the things that I need to destroy first, and then hoping that, everything kind of works out. Yeah, so Metroid Prime 4, Dominic. I have now beaten this game, and
greatest Metroid game ever.
Dominic, let me tell you what. I am extremely disappointed in this game. I tried to come into it with a positive attitude, because there was a lot of like, what's that?
You gotta force it in you, man. Like the Nintendo fanboys, no matter how bad it is, like the Pokemon games. Stuff like that. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, like, let's get into this, right? I'm gonna try and talk around spoilers too much, but so like the NPCs, right? Like people were complaining about the characters in here and Miles and all that stuff. Didn't really bother me too much. All of them in general. There's like 4 or 5 of them that you meet throughout the entire journey. Fine. There are definitely some cringe moments with Miles, especially at the beginning of the game.
They have Miles Morales. They have Miles Morales in there.
Yes, they, DEI or whatever. Yeah, like, he's like, comms are back online, booyah, or whatever. It's about to get geeky up in here. Stuff like that. Very cringy, but it's whatever. You leave him behind at the base. He comes on your radio every once in a while. But for the most part, when you're in the like areas, your comms are down and you can't communicate with these people anyway. That stuff, not a big deal. I can get past that. The desert. This is where we start having issues. There are effectively 5 more fleshed out Metroid style levels broken up around this very vacant desert area that there is absolutely nothing to do in outside of drive through these green crystals, which I didn't hate. Like the collectathon part of me that, like, I'm just listening to a podcast or listening to a YouTube video or whatever, and I'm driving around on this motorcycle that feels pretty good to control. There are moments where you're trying to be a little more precise that I don't love, but it was fine. But the fact that there was nothing else to do, there's occasional enemies that like hit you and they're just a real nuisance when they do appear. But it harkens back to the days of like Wind Waker, where it's like, okay, I'm going to set the wind in this direction, and then I'm going to hopefully get there eventually. It's going to take a while. There's no fast travel in this whatsoever. Your fast travel is you getting on the motorcycle and heading in a direction.
Wow.
Yeah. And what they do, Dominic, is just, this game is like filler central, which is what drives me crazy about it, because you go to an area. Okay. So first off, you finish this first area. The beginning of the game is probably the best bit of it. The stuff you've seen in the demo where she's like dropping in on a planet, there's already a war going on. That stuff's pretty cool up into that first boss. Dope, whatever. Then you get dropped into this desert area, and this is where things fall apart. You do this first area, and then they open the world to you. You get out into the desert, and Miles goes, "You can go wherever you want now." That is immediately not true, Dominic. It's just false. Like, I went to, I think I tried going to the ice area first, and they're like, they don't say anything, actually. What I realize is, oh, hey, I don't have the thing that I need to do to get in here. So obviously I cannot do anything first. I cannot do this area. So I go back out into the open world area because these are all like very segmented parts at each corner of the desert area. So anytime you have to go from one area to the other, you have to cross the entirety of the desert, basically. Miles comes on the comms and he's like, "Oh, you should check out the volcano." And I'm like, okay, so I'm supposed to go to the volcano specifically, not anywhere like you had told me. That's the last time they tell you that. The first and the last time they lie to you in the game, about what you can do in this game. So I head to the volcano area. I get to the volcano area. If I recall correctly, I then get a chip that I then have to drive back to my base, which unlocks the next weapon upgrade for me to then go to, I think, the ice area. I went to the volcano area, couldn't do anything in there except get this chip. And then I have to take the chip back across to the opposite side of the map to then take it to Miles for him to go, "Oh, you got the fire shot now." And then I take the fire shot and I go to the ice place, which is, a quarter of the map away because it's north of where I'm at. And then I'm able to go in there and I'm able to do everything in there except a couple of doors here and there that I can't do anything with. So I finished that level. Boss, again, fine. One of the things that, like, the further I got into this game, the more, like, agitated I became with it. Because all of the bosses are effectively the same boss. They all have very similar move sets. You're doing a lot of the same thing. It's very much like precision aiming. It's not like you are required to use the mouse, but you're not just locking onto the enemy and then going on. You're locking on the enemy and then trying to like shift your sight to like a specific eyeball or something like that. So samey bosses, that's another issue. But you go through that level, you come out having gotten some other power. Fine, that's like standard Metroid Zelda style stuff. And then you're able to go probably back to an area that you've been to before, but not in a like, oh, now there's a shortcut to it. Nope. I have to go back to the open world, drive across the desert, go back in that segmented area that I was in before. Oh, I can unlock this thing now. And it's kind of rinse and repeat of that. The backtracking is not smart or clever in whatsoever. It's all just literally what feels like to me time killing. Like this is a game that I think I clocked in like 18 hours total. This is a game that if I was able to like fast travel would maybe take 3 to 4 hours. It feels, we'll say 5 on the high end. Just because there are like 5 distinct-ish areas. So just like fundamentally, this does not feel like, having just somewhat recently replayed that Metroid Prime remaster, where it is very much like, oh, all of these areas kind of intertwine, and once you get this power, now you can get a shortcut back to this area, and then so on and so forth, like I'm used to with like Super Metroid, or any of the Game Boy games, or Metroid Dread even. So fundamentally, like, that is its biggest flaw, is it very much feels like a game that they were just kind of done with and needed to ship. It felt like maybe there was a grander idea here originally, but that did not come together, and just it fails on all the merits. The only this is more spoilery, but like Samus's suit doesn't really change throughout the adventure. You effectively like have two different suits. That's about it. So like obviously you don't see it that often because you're in first person a lot of the times. But that is something to me, like I'm used to, oh, there's three different suits. And they looked, pretty distinct. That's a part of the progression. And there is some morph ball stuff in there that I actually quite enjoy. There's like a tethering ability now that kind of slingshots you. And there's like two puzzles that use it, or like platforming areas that use it, that I thought like, oh, this is all right. This is a game that like I'm struggling to figure out with myself whether it's just bad as a game I wanted to be Metroid Prime 4, or if it's a bad game. I don't necessarily think it's a bad game. Like I was able to finish it. I don't know about fun. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed my time with it as an experience of a game, but not as what I wanted out of a Metroid game. Like if you told me this was Halo, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is fine. But Halo is not Metroid, and Metroid is not Halo. And that's really where like my like sense of disappointment comes from. And I've like, again, I try coming into this with a positive attitude, like, oh, people concerned about that, like it's whatever, I can overlook that stuff, it's not a big deal. And like Dan Reichert from Giant Bomb gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and like he was very positive about it. And I started reading his review last night because I'm trying to get like where he's coming from it. And I want to say like the only thing that could be is just like, he's like, yeah, I was doing stuff the entire time, and it didn't stop me from doing stuff, and I had a good time. But not necessarily looking for like, like looking for, like a maybe not even necessarily a more challenging, but that's the crazy thing, right? Like, because I thought I wouldn't have a problem with this game because like we've talked about it before, but like I'm a little bit more willing to get a little more handholdy in games now, right? Like I'm trying to get to the end of the experience. I'm trying to finish the game. And sometimes I don't have 2 hours to beat my head up against this puzzle. If the game's going to like allow me to get through it a little bit easier, I'm going to accept that. That's fine. That's why I wasn't too concerned about, like, oh, there's NPCs in here that might help you. The people that complain about God of War because the head on your belt talks too much or whatever. Like, I don't care. Point me in the right direction. Although I will say, I'm driving around the desert because it takes me a while to cross the desert, and now I'm getting sidetracked by these green crystals, which, as it turns out, you have to collect a certain amount of in order to progress at the end of the game. And I knew that going in, so like while I saw them, I would just run into them. So it felt a little more natural for me, although by the end it was like, I thought I had driven through as many as like I saw. Like every time I saw them, I would go out of my way to get them. And I still got to a point where it's like, oh, you need to collect some more. And I'm like, all right, whatever. But meanwhile, Miles comes on the comms and he's like, yeah, if there's anything you need help with, you can give me a call. A minute later, oh, you should be headed to this area. And I'm like, dude, I know where I'm supposed to go. You've already told me 3 times, but also like you see me collecting these green crystals. Like I know I need to do that too, because if you wanted to like wait until the end of the game for me to just do that, like all at once, then I would have been absolutely miserable, because then I'm feeling like, oh, I'm just spending 2 hours doing this, more filler. Like, this very much feels like, when I think about it, like the GameCube era of like Wind Waker, right? Where like at the end they had that treasure collection thing where you had to like, oh, well, before you get to beat the game, you got to go around this entire ocean and collect this dumb nonsense. If this was Metroid Prime 1, I think it would be a lot more excusable, because it would be like, oh, hey, they're doing Metroid in 3D. They've kind of got like, you know, it's got the visuals. This game looks incredible. These are, you know, the people that are in this, they're like human people, and they actually look like humans. They don't look cartoony. They look well rendered. The visuals are awesome around, even though they don't feel like they're like all that varied. You have your hot, your cold, your jungles, you know, stuff like that. But there's not a lot to it, because each of these segmented level parts of the game are not particularly large. They're not really that involved. And this may just be a game trope, and maybe I stupidly fell for it, but you get to the end of the game, Dominic, and they say, you know, like, hey, past this point is, you know, the point of no return, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I've got, you know, as many health things or missiles or whatever as I feel like I need. I'm ready to go to the end game. Like, let's do that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, once I do that though, like I'll beat the game and then it'll drop me back to a save like at this point, right?
Oh
no.
I wish. Oh, see, I saw that. I saw that was a thing. I was hoping you saw that
the game too. And they're like, hey, you know, your save file will be marked as complete. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it'll be a complete save file, but like it'll take me back to no. That save file is basically useless now.
Yeah.
So I am probably never going to play this game ever again. Like maybe in 10 years, I'm like feeling nostalgic and I'm like going through the Metroid series and I'm like, well, I'm going to play this one now. You know, like I still have interest in playing Other M occasionally, but also I don't necessarily hate the way that game played, even though a lot of people did. Obviously the story stuff in that is also a big thing, but yeah. So that was when I was like, yeah, I'm definitely done with this game. I gotta say, like after like I realized how much I disliked this game, I started looking at like other opinions and reviews, and there's a guy on YouTube that does Nintendo content Woods, beat 'em ups. He does YouTube videos. He's an Australian guy, and he did like an hour and a half long video on it. And like, I found myself like, oh yeah, a lot of my problems are the same problems he had here. So that's definitely like a nice, more in-depth thing. But what I learned from that is like, even the couple of things in the levels that I went through and like didn't go back and like hit with the lightning beam or whatever, right? All that was back there was like a missile tank. And it wasn't even like a hidden thing like in a Metroid game. It was just like oh, here's this little branch of like 2 extra rooms. You backtracked all the way over here just for this, which I started to notice, because like that's what a lot of the ones that I did were. I say a lot, but there's not that many to them to begin with. But the ones that I did do, it felt very much like, oh, why did I come back here? Like all that's here is, I'm not expanding the game. All I'm doing is just like going through a couple extra rooms, getting a missile pack or some bombs, and that's it. Like there's nothing here. It feels content poor. It is a game that, while, like I said, I'm hard pressed to call it a bad game. It's definitely not a game that I would ever recommend for $70. The idea that I was like interested in the amiibos but off put by the price of them now. But because I'm a Metroid fan, right? And you don't get a lot of Metroid merch. Like, I'm not willing to give them any money, let alone $30 and $40 for amiibos for this game. Like, it is just turned me off so much. I hope they have some sort of 2D Metroid thing in the works that they've been working on for a while now. That comes out soon to maybe wash this taste out of my mouth. Even if it's just bringing like Samus Returns from the 3DS over to the Switch 2 or something like that, it would be nice to see that game on the Switch. Something because
Metroid Dread was probably the best Switch like exclusive game then.
Yeah, as far as like Metroids go, absolutely.
That's the other one, right?
Yeah, it's also the only other one. I mean, they did Prime Remaster, but obviously that's not exclusive. But that is fantastic. Like I want to go back now to that and finish that. I'll probably just start over, I think, at this point, because it's been like a year and a half since I started that. But I don't remember back in the day if I ever actually finished that game. And I fell off the remaster because something else came out eventually. But I was enjoying my time. And I wish they would have come out with, Prime 2 and 3 on the Switch at some point in some form or fashion. And I don't know if we get that on the Switch 2. And now I'm wondering if they're
I hope they just do it for the Switch, the GameCube, the online Classic, stuff. Whatever. Yeah.
Honestly, I would prefer, I mean, I know price wise, but like I would prefer they put a little more effort in and put the like different control styles in. I mean, Prime Remaster like visually looks incredible compared to those old games. So I'd prefer if they have already done that work, if they would just do that for 2 and 3 versus just, your BOG emulator. But any way that they put it on there, I wouldn't mind, instead of kind of jumping through the hoops of getting an emulator set up for that. I mean, I do have a GameCube here that I could just put those games in, but it's obviously, they look like crap. It's just, the reality is like GameCube games look awful nowadays because they're all muddy and blurry, and yeah, just I want a better way to play those games. But part of me now wonders if they didn't put those out, because there were a lot of rumors saying like, oh, those were ready. They aren't like remasters to the point that the original was, but they were up-resed and, had the new controls in them and stuff like that. And I wonder if they didn't put those out because they were like, man, people are going to play these good games and then they're going to really shit on this game. That's why there's so much distance between the Metroid Prime Remaster and Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, I wish I had something good to say about this game, but it's easily like disappointing. Like I'm really.
What about the Metroids themselves? Were they in there?
Do you want me to spoil that?
I don't think I'll be playing this game.
I mean, just generally, there's not a single Metroid in it. That's fine, though. I don't care about that. Like, there doesn't need to be a Metroid in there for me to... Adding a Metroid to this game would change it in no way, shape, or form, outside of maybe if you were like, oh, and when you go in the desert, you're being constantly chased by a Metroid. Like a Resident Evil style thing. And I don't think that would make it more enjoyable for me, to be honest with you. So yeah, its lack of Metroidness does not bother me at all. Yeah,
that's the whole.
I'll say like the mouse controls.
That's like a Halo without a Halo.
It's like exactly.
It's like which they have been. There have been games without a Halo.
Yeah, exactly, and they all went downhill. The mouse control, the addition of that, I thought worked well. There was one particular boss where I was having issues like aiming at the specific part of him, and I just like hopped onto the coffee table and started using it like a mouse, and it worked out incredibly better. I thought I was looking at like 3D printing a mouse shaped holder for the Joy-Con, to play this, and I never really played much of it more with that. Maybe if I get like super into Cyberpunk and like the mouse mode in that, because I mess with that a little bit, but I think that has potential. But when I'm playing in mostly handheld mode anyway, it doesn't really factor in too much. Again, the only positive thing I can really say is it's visually a very good looking game from a technical standpoint. It runs well. But that's about the extent of it, Dominic. I am very disappointed. This is going to be the last Metroid Prime game as we know it, and I hope that doesn't mean it's the last Metroid game. I think this series is going to suffer because of this for a while, and the next Metroid 3D game that we get is going to have to be an incredible departure. Because I think even like a Metroid Prime, the original game, doesn't quite hold up. Like, one of the things
they'll have their own. They'll make their own studio, and then they'll make a game that's called like Metazoid or something like that, and that'll be.
It's funny, Dominic, like comparing it to Halo. One of the things I learned from Beat 'em Up's video was apparently Retro Studios as it is now is comprised of some of the 343 guys that have left that company.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're killing it apparently. But even like early on, one of my like complaints, I think I talked about this last time we recorded, was just like the scanning of it all. Like, I get that you don't want to do like these lore dumps, even though this game had more, NPCs interacting with Samus. So they could have shared stories that way. But like, there is so much, the pace of this game is hindered by my desire to scan everything. And it's not just a me thing. Like, there are obviously people that don't have the same impulsion to do that. But this is a game that encourages you to do that, and I think they would be better suited if they didn't do that. If they kept the scan visor in there as something that allowed you to, scan an enemy to learn about its weaknesses, but the idea that there is a percentage tied to that, and if you miss one thing at the beginning of the game, you're no longer going to 100% the game because you didn't go into the scan visor and scan every little nook and cranny. I think that is just inherently, from a gameplay standpoint, bad game design. So I really think like if they do return to, whether it be the Metroid Prime series or another version of Metroid in 3D, these games are going to have to be fundamentally different than obviously this one, because this is just out of the bounds of what it should be. But even those older games, like, there are things that do not work in 2026 or 2025 that worked in the early 2000s because it was novel that, we're getting a Metroid game. Like I said, this game, if you had given me this on the GameCube instead of Metroid Prime, I probably would have been like, oh, wow, this is cool. I get to see Samus in 3D. And, it vaguely does the things that I like from a Metroid game. And then you bring Metroid Prime out and you're like, holy fuck, it can actually be like more true to the series.
Yeah.
But no, instead we got that game 20 something years ago, and now we're getting this, and something clearly fell apart here. I mean, we know that, the game started at Bandai Namco, and then, that didn't seem to be working out, so it got transitioned over to Retro. but it seems like a lot of the team at Retro was no longer the team that had experience working on those games. They had been working on Donkey Kong 2D platformers for a very long time following the, Metroid Prime 3. So
Very similar games, very similar.
Yeah, maybe people that were, experienced in doing first person, adventure games were not interested in continuing that career path, or maybe they got laid off at some point and never made it back to that studio. So, it very much shows that a studio is only a studio in name only. It's not necessarily the people and the talent inside. So yeah, I'll stop myself here. But with that said, for a game that I was very excited to eventually have come out here, for it to flop as hard as it did is just extremely, extremely disheartening, and can't recommend it. Maybe if you're a big Metroid fan, you know what? If you're a Metroid fan, maybe just avoid this game. If you're just a first-person shooter fan, maybe when it hits $20, if it ever does, because it's a Nintendo game, so unlikely, give it a shot. But as a Metroid fan looking for a Metroid experience, I would maybe say stay away from it. I don't think the story gives you anything that you would gain from having it. If you're like, I'm a super big Metroid fan, I got to get the lore that's in this game, I don't think they do anything interesting.
More of those other characters, though.
I don't think they do anything interesting with them. Dominic, to be completely honest, and to kind of dip back into the spoilers again, because at this point, I don't care if people even play this game, because there's not enough to it. At a certain point in this game, there are points in this game where you expect every one of these characters to die, and then they show back up. It's like a sacrificing themselves type thing. There's a moment for every one of these characters. They all show back up, and then at the end of the game, you kill the final boss, or defeat the final boss, and you all are getting in this teleporter to go home to your home world or whatever. And then the final boss shows back up, and all of those characters then go back and hold this guy back so that you can go by yourself. And then I didn't even realize it. This is a complaint that I've seen now from other reviewers, but I didn't realize they give you the choice kind of to teleport away. Because, they make you press the button to teleport away and leave all of these characters that you've established these somewhat okay relationships with. But if you don't press the button, Dominic, you just get a game over screen and you have to start that boss battle over again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Half of that boss battle. Oh, trust me, that boss battle was a pain in the ass, because the first half of it, all of your teammates are with you, and you can lose the game if they get down for too long. So you're managing, trying to keep them healthy while also trying to fight the boss. And then the second half is you kind of dealing with him on your own. And that stuff is fine. But once again, kind of the last phase of him is very much hey, this is more of that same stuff I've been doing with every other boss in this game. So yeah, by the end of this game, you've teleported away from all of these people who are seemingly going to die. Or maybe not, because they've survived once. So why not just, I don't even remember what the main villain's name is, and maybe that's bad on me because I'm not, Metroid guy, or my brain's just Ridley, broken and right? I don't remember things.
Ridley.
No, Ridley's not in here at all. It's whatever. I thought maybe they were gonna swerve me at some point and have him show up at least, but nope, they didn't do that. And again, that's fine. Although, God, there's just so many complaints about this game. I was gonna stop myself, Dominic, but the enemy variation in this game, there's like one robot style that has like 3 or 4 different variations. You know, they do different things, but they all visually look the same. And then there's like the Grievers, which again all look the same, but there's like 3 or 4 different variants. There's nothing creative in this game whatsoever. It is just odd. I hate it. And they all take up so much damage. In like the 2D Metroid games, it's more about just like kind of getting past an enemy, you know, take a couple of shots just so you can keep progressing, right? Like this, and I don't know if it's because, you know, they moved it to first person so they feel like they have to make it more of a shooter, but like, I don't want these long extended battles with enemies. I want dumb fodder that's just kind of in my way to the next platforming section. And they lost that entirely. There's one of the things that people used to praise about like Metroid Prime 1 is that because you're jumping in first person, you would look down a little bit. Like as you jumped up, your camera would go down a little bit so you could see where you were landing, right?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. And I don't know if that's because they're like, well, you've got a C-stick now, you can control that, or if they just realize like they don't care about the platforming in this game because you're not doing it very much. But like that just inherently speaks to like what I think they thought about the way they were making this game. And that is analogous. That is against what I thought a Metroid game would be, or was at the very least hoping a Metroid game would be. Okay. With that, Dominic, I'm going to stop myself here. Because yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that game.
Oh yeah, so best Switch 2 game of 2025. All right, Metroid Prime 4. All right,
Dominic. Honestly, I'd be interested to see you give it a try, just to get like what your feelings on it are, because like obviously I'm coming into it with some level of like reverence for the series, but like. You like first-person shooters more than I do. I'm interested to see, like, an outside perspective, if you're like, oh, yeah, this game is fine, or if you're like, yeah, this is just a bad game, and I don't even know why you're praising it as much as you are.
Okay, yeah, I'll try it out, man. All right, so we'll take a quick break. When
Just
we get
don't
back,
waste your time too much.
we get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. So now we're flashbacking to 2016. So now we're in a new year. So 10 years ago, 2016, 2006, 1996. And if there's anything in the 80s, maybe, or before, this week we're just going to do covers. We're just going to cover covers. I'll do games next podcast. We're just going to do video game covers like we do every new month. So in 2016, 10 years ago, Edge magazine had a cover Hitman. Look at him. Inside the story of Agent 47's bold return to form. Yeah, this was when like what is this the first one them doing a game?
This got to be the latest like iteration of Hitman, right?
Yeah. Was that the first one under Square? Is that the first one they actually not released but actually made under Square?
Yeah, it might be.
Because the Absolution, I don't know if that was before Square or they developed it before Square. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungry, so I might have my mouth full here. Yeah. So in this one, yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the later iteration, which got a lot of good reviews, man. Like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, actually, at the Absolution, I think all of them are pretty good. Like the phone game, and then this one, the kind of episodic
Hitman
one.
Go. I think even Hitman Sniper people thought was okay.
So they've really been hitting out the park, pun intended. So So yeah, I never got into the series. Now I know you said you didn't really like it early on. I
Yeah.
just never got into it. It wasn't that I didn't like it though. I
It was a
actually
little
did.
too stiff for me. Like, and these new iterations, I feel like are a little looser, especially just like with the options you can do to take people out.
Yeah, you like them loose, then. I understand.
I
Uh, like them loose,
but
like your
even
boy Ed,
then,
like Fisher, like Sam Fisher. But but yeah, I did try Absolution. Like I think I played through the first mission, and I just never got far. Like I just went to another game and never came back. It's just one of those series that I just have to start with. Maybe I'll start. Well, it's James Bond technically, so it's not. It's a Hitman guys, but it's not Hitman.
yeah.
But I'll just say it's Hitman though. Daniel, I'll say it's Hitman. It's the Bond in Bond form. I never even seen the movie. Have you seen the movie?
Oh, the Hitman movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there two of those? I definitely saw the
I want to say
one
there
with
were. I want to say it
Timothy
was two.
Oliphant.
Yeah, I want to say it was
Yeah, I
two.
saw the one with Timothy Oliphant. I don't know if I've seen the other one.
Okay. Because is the other one Hitman? Is he? Is there? I've seen the other actor who was Hitman. I just can't remember. It's
I
like
want to
I
say it's
seen
like
him.
the same guy as the the Punisher, triples or whatever.
Yeah, the Hitman movie I got here is Hitman from Netflix series. The with
Oh.
Glenn Powell. Glenn
Oh,
Powell.
wait.
That's
What?
the
That's a
Glenn
thing?
Powell movie. The one you saw, the hit man, like
Oh,
spaced.
okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. All right.
Forgot about that.
The next magazine we got is Game Informer, and they got a girl with VR on the front here, and yeah, this is like I guess is one of the issues that they're supposed to like really show off VR,
Yeah. The
and I guess it
year
was
of
the
VR, as they say here. Yeah, there was
and
a year of VR, and that was about
hold
it.
up, man. I'm used to Game Informer having it so you can see both sides, but this is
Hmm.
retro. But retro should have that too, and they don't.
Yeah,
I don't
typically they
appreciate
have
that.
the entire cover.
Never, yeah. So maybe I do have to go to Game Informer, but I know Game Informer they changed where I just can't see the dates, and I was trying to do like, oh, let me just count. I was trying to count anything. Let me see.
It's always, yeah. There's nothing interesting on the other cover, Dominic.
Okay, all right, good, all right.
She's reaching out to a fish, and then there's like a shipwreck kind of faded in the background of the circles that you see here. But yeah, there's
Oh,
not
okay.
much to this cover whatsoever.
I mean, I could just get it for the actual video.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
but yeah, this is really like the year of VR. Yeah, and was this
yeah.
2016? So yeah, we're getting to there. Yeah, VR is really getting
Yeah, I mean,
some people's
obviously she's
hands.
got the Oculus Rift on there, and like, yeah, that was peak basically. Once that hit the market, it was like, wow, we've got a viable option here.
Yeah,
And
because it was
then
next
even though
year
things got
we
better
went
and
to
cheaper and more accessible, no
PAX East.
developers are working on that stuff anymore.
Yeah, it was the next one. We went to PAX East, and we
Yeah.
tried it. I actually tried it. The VR headsets, and that was cool. Yeah, I was like, yeah, those were neat. All right, so what else we have here? We got PC Gamer Magazine, and they got
Yeah.
Star Citizen on the front here. And you tell me this is not Mark Hamill. It looks like Mark Hamill to me.
If it looks like Mark Hamill to you, I believe that it's Mark Hamill then.
Yeah,
I've conceded the point. Dominic.
I just think it's just that they changed the model because I mean, this game is still hasn't been officially out yet.
Yeah.
And this is part of the Star Citizen game that isn't officially out yet either, but you can get it. I don't know, man. It's something.
Yeah, because this is what Squadron 42 or something like
Yeah,
that. This is supposed to be like the story based single player portion of the game.
which that's basically what I want to play in. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would want to play. but if they even have it where you can play it, I don't want to be like, oh no, you pay monthly, you can play Squadron 42 if you pay this fee or something. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this, but this, yeah, the game has been in production forever. I mean, since we
Yeah.
started the podcast.
I was going to say, it's been in production since 10 years before this PC Gamer cover.
So, Star Citizen exclusive studio access to Mark Hamill stars in the spiritual successor to Wing Commander. Yeah, man, they Wing Commander successors could have already came out by now. They could have had like a couple of sequels out right now. Also, the 20 best FPS games on PC. Okay. Also, reviews special for Guild Wars 2, which is funny because they just had an update recently. Batman, Arkham Knight, 80 Days, Prison Architect. What's 80 Days?
I was trying to think, like, is that the one where you're like in a balloon? No.
And Minecraft Story Mode,
Oh,
which
maybe it
is the Telltale game, I want to say.
1872 with a steampunk twist. Phyllis Fogg was wagered he can circumvent the world in just 80 days, travel by airship, submarine, mechanical camel, steam train, and more. Race other players and a clock that never stops in Time Magazine's Game of the Year 2014. Even though the release date on Steam, well, I think this is a phone game before it came to PC, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Because, yeah, the release date is September 29th, 2015, yet is somehow Time Magazine's Game of 2014.
Oh, keyboards. Get the best for your PC.
They didn't know what the best was back then.
Also, interview Sid Meier. Interview with Sid Meier. Civ's creator speaks. Also, they got Just Cause 3 hands-on inside. Right. So what we got next? We got was that it for 2016? Yep, it for 2016. So now we're going to 2006, 20 years ago. We got Nintendo Power, and we got Nintendo Wi-Fi connection up here. It's free, it's easy, it's worldwide. Wi-Fi.
Nintendo invented the internet, Dominic.
I just remember you. Like one time you were sitting in the car and you was trying out the Wi-Fi to see if it worked, but with the McDonald's.
I was gonna say McDonald's Wi-Fi, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to work that at that time though. I don't think you got to work then, but like right at then though.
Yeah. Because they had like a special relationship with McDonald's, didn't they? Where like McDonald's had like Nintendo Wi-Fi connection routers or something like that, where you could like quickly and easily.
I mean, that sounds like a thing. I just remember McDonald's talk about Wi-Fi, and I still didn't understand what the hell it was. That's all I do. I didn't really know what Wi-Fi was, honestly, dude. I was still thinking about cord. I was still thinking about the freaking cord, man. Like link it up, yeah. And so this whole thing of Wi-Fi was like, what the hell is that? Like I still was doing it at my house. I was still doing dial-up. All right. Yep. Or dial-up or like well, I did have cable, but it was all cord. There was no like router yet or anything. Like wireless. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, so what we got here? We got Tony Hawk. Yeah, that's the game I think you had. I don't know if it was this one.
Yeah.
Was that
I think it might have been.
Oh, that was the first one?
Because I definitely had that game.
Okay. I knew you had a Tony Hawk game you were trying to hook up to. Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, One Nation Underdog, joined us.
I think the amount of times that I actually used this was limited to maybe that one instance that you remember.
So you do Mario Kart?
Maybe once or twice, but competing against people online was never my thing.
I don't think I ever did.
They were always ridiculous.
I don't think I ever did. I think I did a connection, but I don't think I played against somebody. I think it was just something special for the game
Hmm.
in the marketplace. Yeah, like buy the game. I think that's the most I ever did. Use Wi-Fi for. Never to actually like play a game. All right. So now we're going to PlayStation Magazine, the unofficial PlayStation Magazine. And we got here, yep. See, PlayStation had a version of Gears, Unreal.
Yeah.
Remember they had Unreal Tournament on PlayStation 3. Yes, we played it. PS3 is Unreal. Hands on PS3 showcase game, Unreal Tournament 2007. As you see here, that looks like a mix of Coltrane and other guys. And this Coltrane with some hair. And you got Grand Theft Autos, Liberty City Stories, new exclusive codes. I don't. What do they mean by exclusive codes? Like, what is
They
that? Like,
only worked if you owned this magazine, Dominic. The PSP can tell.
Oh, look at! I don't like Snake smiling here. Maybe
That's a very weird screenshot.
Brand new screenshot. It almost looks like how like the photo mode where you can change people's expressions or something like that. But I don't know if they had that in that game. I mean, I would be surprised if Hideo Kojima had that like early on. That was like one of the first games to do it, but I don't think I just don't remember that. Oh, it says right here, Daniel, actual PS3 graphics. That is the actual PS3 graphics right here. Bam.
I don't know if I was excited about that or not.
PSP, Sony Prez tells you what's next. It's going away.
Prez
we
that
get
was.
a beta in a few more years later. It's also PS2. Yep, that's the Slim. And I got it right here in this box. Might be selling it. Well, actually, I got to use it to test my games out. So I'm going to start like selling them now. I mean, seeing what I can get rid of. Washed Up. 5 new games. Say hell no. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. I want to say the year that PS3 came out, just like months earlier. Yeah. Either came out 2015 or it came out 2016. Kingdom Hearts 2. I said 2016. I'm my fault. 2005 or 2006. Because I remember getting that. Because I still had a PS2 and I was. And Final Fantasy 12. That came out either 2005 or 2006. Like before the PS.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts was 2005. Shadow of the Colossus was 2005.
Yeah, how about Final Fantasy 12?
Was 2006 in October.
Oh, okay. So yeah, see, that's probably one of those 5 games. Then. Yep. Because I remember getting that, and I was like, yeah, I don't need a new next gen when I got Final Fantasy 12 right here. All right. So what's this free ringtone right here, Daniel?
Remember sweet.
Ringtone? Remember ringtones?
Sign up for my play phone.
People buy ringtones. Oh my god!
Now my ringtone is just whatever the default is because it's always on vibrate.
Yeah, it's either the default or people just put any music up there. I just wish they'd change it though. That's what I'm saying. Especially like my sisters, I wish she would change it.
Getting old.
Yeah,
let her know.
Even though I won't change mine, though, I'm a hypocrite. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that because mine sound good. I think mine sound good. That's why.
There you
go. Shame, top PS2 game character incarcerated.
Oh man,
age 52.
Oh, what? You know what?
Is it? Well, it ain't gonna be Sam Fisher. It better not be him.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Because I'm like, he can't be a top PS2 guy.
He can be a top PS2 guy.
Get solid. Is very man, but all right, man.
Well, they made the cover too. It's like 1A, 1B, Dominic. That's all. It's top guy.
But I'm trying to think, what else? What other incarcerated guy is there?
I'll know, but I'm trying to get into this magazine so that I can jump to page 52.
It better not be his ass.
Give me
Uh,
the. There we go.
it better be Ratchet and Clank or one of them or something like that, or Jack.
Oh no, they locked up Ratchet and Clank. His hands look so human in this.
Nah, she's Sly Cooper. He finally got arrested for stealing. Ooh, what did I do?
The page
All
numbers in
right.
these magazines, Dominic. 20. It's loads so slowly. 30.
Did you find it?
Oh, Blood Rain the movie, Dominic. It
Blood
came
Rain
out
the
January 6th.
Okay, that's not the okay. That's not the.
That might be
sorry, I'm
the
about to
worst
say.
thing that's happened on a January 6th ever. No, 56. What page was it, Dominic? 52?
It was there, man, because I left it.
Ah, it's Splinter Cell 4, Dominic.
Oh my god!
Sam Fisher, covert agent, bank robber,
Whatever,
prisoner.
Did you beat that game? Did you beat that one?
I don't know. I didn't. Double Agent, I don't think so. I don't know that I played much of Double Agent because that was the one that was like, I think that's the one that's cross-gen, right?
You didn't like it.
Exactly. I didn't like it. Previews. What the cell?
What? That's what it says. What the cell?
Yeah, it says what the cell? Splinter Cell 4.
Oh,
Video
I think
games.
I was gonna say like cell processor or something.
No. What is this? The most realistic spy series ever. Now in a prison. Ha ha.
That's why it sucked.
Thanks, Randy Nelson. This game
is
looks
too realistic. You about Metal Gear. We had people named like Snake and Snap. And
the millions of dollars Sam stole are still missing. Like this is what articles were back then. There's literally like two very short paragraphs and then like a couple blurbs here and there, and most of it is just taken up by screenshots with quotations all over them. I love it, Dominic. I love it.
All right. So now we got another cover here, and this is Edge magazine. This is a weird Edge magazine.
This makes me uncomfortable, Dominic.
This is like Edge was just going crazy. Like they said, we've been like really nice and clean with our covers here, man.
Yes.
This is go crazy.
Maybe that's what I don't like about it. This is the exact opposite of what Edge embodies in magazine covers. This is like someone's
notebook in like high school or like grade school, basically.
Yeah.
Like they just put a bunch of stickers on there in front of their like notebook or something. It's like, yeah, look at all these stickers of characters and stuff like that. Or like how girls have pictures of like boy bands or something like that. This is the
teenage heartthrobs. Yeah,
it's the nerd version of
this is my poster board.
Yeah,
look at that. You got Sam Fisher though, top center, the way he deserves to be.
You see Leon right here. Right here. I see Jack. I see. I don't like this Jack though. I like the other Jack. You got the Sonic that I don't like. Not my Sonic. It's too long. I like the fat Sonic. I like the fat face Sonic, not this Sonic. You got Slide. You got an orc guy. I don't know where he's from though. That's over there. I see Donkey Kong right there, and I see the guy who does the game show, quiz show. I think that's right there in the Donkey Kong on the left.
Still looking for yeah. That's the guy from what is that? The PlayStation exclusive one, yeah.
Yeah. Mario's down the bottom.
Was it or
I see Yoshi. I also see I don't know what game that's supposed to be. It looks like familiar. Besides Yoshi, what's that black and white thing supposed to be?
What is that? That's not Picross. That's it's the one that was on the DS.
Yeah, it's definitely not Tetris.
I can't remember the name of.
Darren, is Tetris in here? Do you see Tetris anywhere?
I mean,
fucked
not.
Up. They have this game, but not Tetris.
Well, that game was relevant at the time. Now, when Tetris was not.
I see Wario.
I think that's what I don't like about this. There are so many people on this cover that I just have no idea where they're from.
Yeah,
they're just such generic characters.
They got Sam Fisher upside down. I guess he's supposed to be like, oh, I'm hanging down. But that's what Spider-Man should have been. That's what Spider-Man. God damn it! And I don't know what this guy supposed to be with the mustache, like the white face, drawn like
Give
it's
me a
been drawn.
region. Where is he at? Oh yeah, under Stubbs the zombie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I was gonna
know.
say draw to
Maybe
life,
like
but I
a
was like, nah, it'll be color, right?
maybe like a web series converted to video game
Is
type
that Kung Fu
property.
Panda right here under where Luigi looking down at? What is that? Who's that?
Um, I want to say that's like a bad guy from Sly Cooper
Yeah, it does look like something.
because he
Like, why would
looks
they put?
he's got that art
Yeah,
style to
he
him.
got the art style. Yeah, but like, why would you put another character like from Slot? Well, they got they do have another character.
Yeah,
I
they
see
got
the.
three at least that I see because they got the turtle up at the
And
top.
Sucker Punch, where is that? Is that American or is that European?
Yeah, Sucker Punch is like Seattle, I think, area.
Okay, so I was
Pacific
going to say,
Northwest.
oh nah, they're just being like people with a countrymen, but I guess not.
No, they're just covering this cover with a whole bunch of garbage. Not to say the
Yeah.
slide's
Oh, there's
garbage, but like,
Waluigi. Then we got Waluigi up here. There you go. There you go.
oh
It's
yeah,
it's a good
obviously.
cover. It's a good cover. This is all right. So yeah, this crazy cover right here. I don't know because they don't even have a title up here. So hell, I could be lying. This could not even be an Edge magazine. I don't know. I just could be. This actually could be somebody's notebook. Maybe the cover is behind all these stickers they put on top of here. No,
I was wondering if it was going to be like, oh, they gave like some all over gift wrap or something along with the magazine, but obviously this.
but you know what?
Well,
Let me
like
go
the
look it up.
January issue, you do get in December, right?
Oh shit! I dropped my cup. Oh well.
Oh.
At least it didn't fall. No.
It
It
lives
wasn't a
there
drink
now.
cup. It wasn't a drink cup. It
Okay.
was a cup with like
Oh
some
no, not
stuff
the
in it,
urine cup.
like pens. Yeah, no, like with the pens, with my pens and stuff in. Yeah, I dropped that. Say, oh damn. But like, did you look it up? Because I didn't look up just to make sure that this is the cover Edge
Oh,
2000.
confirm.
Yeah, I mean it
Let's
was
see.
a retro, but still,
Edge 2016.
Edge
or
2006 January. Okay, I should say Edge magazine
Oh, you
because
mean you
it
don't
bought
want
me.
Edge versus Ric Flair
No,
for Money in the
no,
Bank?
no. I
Or
got John Cena versus Edge. John Cena
okay.
versus-
God, Edge has really good SEO in 2006. That's for
Oh
sure.
no, that was the cover. That was the cover
I got
because
Cutting Edge magazine.
yeah, that cover was a whole bunch of. It's actually it might be. Let me look at this. It might be. Yep, one issue 158, the best of 2005. So I guess all these games have come out in 2005.
Wonder if inside the magazine they have a list of every character that's on here.
You can also get this off Pyro Game. Well, is it eBay? Are they just doing it from eBay, selling this thing? How much is selling this for? $5.95
That's a deal.
euros.
That's not a deal then.
All right. So what else we got here? We got Game Informer, and we got Sam Fisher up here, man. Taking his mugshot.
Yep.
Splinter Cell Double Agent.
Claiming his spot as a top PlayStation
Nowhere
guy.
to run,
Dog.
nowhere to hide. Sam's shocking new tale will leave you guessing at every turn. I had this magazine. Ellsworth Federal Penitentiary.
And you looked at it every day, wishing that Splinter Cell was your series and not Metal Gear.
No,
I understand.
I could have had it because I had a PlayStation, but I didn't want it. I said this was not Metal Gear. I like to have an hour cutscene between play time.
Honestly, like looking at the screenshots that they had in this magazine for this game versus remembering Metal Gear Solid 4, like it is night and day the difference.
I'm mad that has not been re-released. All the other games have been re-released like twice
They'll get
or
there
three
eventually.
times.
The power of the cell processor, Dominic. They can't put it anywhere else. So maybe like an
Has
LG
it come with a
fridge
cell
that uses
processing
a cell
chip?
processor.
That's what it has to come with.
Oh, there
It's a
you
cell
go.
processing chip inside the inside the console.
Just stick this in your USB drive.
X-Men 3 up here, telling the story you won't see in the upcoming film. Hope it's better. I think they told the story of I forgot what it was. I remember reading it. It wasn't like Nightcrawler's story. Yeah, because
Oh, was
Nightcrawler
it?
wasn't in. Yeah, because he wasn't in the movie.
Oh. Trying to bamboozle us, Dominic.
And but that was I was thinking about another movie. That's later. X-Men Days of Future Past when they cut out the road scene or whatever. That's not the game. Um what else to say here? Oh, 2005, the year in review. Top 50 games and the events that changed the industry every year. Yeah. Yeah, Splinter Cell. All right. So what else we have here? Is that it for 2006? So that's it. Yep. Now we go to 1996, 30 years ago. Game Pro, and we got Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat up here. They have a lot of Mortal Kombat covers.
I was gonna say this is my surprise
Very
face.
a lot. I mean, and then every now and then like a Street Fighter, but it's always like
I
a
was
fighting
gonna
game.
say if it's not Mortal Kombat, it's got to be Street Fighter.
They're big fighting game fans. Oh, excuse me. All right, so oh look, Beat the Combat Artists, and also what is this? Free Tekken 2 special moves and hidden characters. 15-page arcade pro strategy guide. Also got the reviews for Virtual Fighter 2, NFL Game Day, Breath of Fire 2, Toy Story, and World Series Baseball.
Hell yeah.
That is so weird that World Series Baseball is just coming out for the Saturn. I guess because the Saturn just came out. It came out in the summer, and I guess that's why they're getting the baseball game now. Because it's like baseball should have been came out.
Right.
Yeah, like this time of year is like what the hell? Or it's very early. It's either very early or very
they're
late.
getting ahead of the game. They're like spring training. I don't think so. Get on this baseball.
Yeah, they're not even spring training yet. Yeah, so it's either very early or it's very late. It's one or the other with this game because they don't have a year. Previews. Snatcher returns. Oh yeah, get another Snatcher game, Daniel. Sega Rally Championship, Battle Arena, Choshiden Remix, and Hot Strategies, Mortal Kombat 3 codes. Oh, look, codes with the K. And Chrono Trigger endings. You can know all the endings in the game. I only had the good ending because I always followed the guide for the good ending when I ever played it. Top 25 PC games. You got Heretic 2, Descent, and Ultimate Doom. Wow, Descent, man, that game that makes you like freaking dizzy and mess your brain up. You ain't know what up. Make you have vertigo when you were done with that game, man. You get up, you be like, oh. Also, win big NFL Super Sweepstakes. Okay, well, you can win Super Bowl tickets. It's probably not. Oh, there's the clown from Spawn. Get loaded. I don't know what that means.
You know what it means.
Ultra 64 US games. They still call it Ultra 64.
Yeah.
A better title. All right.
Well, you had
Nintendo
Super,
Power.
then you had Ultra.
Why'd you keep this one, you bastard?
It's amazing, Dominic. And also, I just realized that the N, I thought it said NV, and I was like, why does that stand? How's that mean 64? And then I went, oh, it's new, like new metal, NU.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Then they got like 64 in the back for the 64. I mean, that's cool. That's neat.
This is peak computer graphics in 1996, Dominic.
It really
and it
was.
also looks like it folds out. I wish I could see.
That's what I was trying to think. that is yeah, it looks like it can fold out. Or I don't know, maybe they slit this part for some reason.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
just
what the
cut their
hell's going
magazine
on.
by accident.
Yeah. I had another one. Where's the one with oh, this is it. The Game Informer one is the Mario one. Oh, I kept thinking that was
Yeah.
Nintendo Power for some reason. Like Game Informer, yes, they have Mario. Look at that 3D Mario. Look at his eyes. The reflection in his eyes of the other Ultra 64.
He's seeing the Ultra 64 in my soul, Dominic.
Nintendo Ultra 64, the most anticipated unit of the decade, is unveiled.
Every font on this cover is a crime against humanity.
Zero. I know. Why is it that font? Yeah.
And why is it bright yellow against a sort of beigeish yellow Mario?
Zero Divide. Is it just another PlayStation fighter? I don't remember this game. Plus NHL Face Off, Doom, Virtual Cop, Sega Rally, and NBA in the Zone. And also learn the art of Virtual Fighter 2. Look at those pointy polygons. That's when people had pointy nipples back in these days.
Wow, man.
They didn't learn how to smooth them. Yeah, man. Darn, like, yeah. Yeah, I definitely couldn't wait for when I saw Mario 64. Yeah, I definitely could not wait for this. That was the best thing ever. All right. So that's it, man, for the covers and the flashback segment. So we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. Let's get to the gaming news. What we got, Dan?
All right, Dominic. So first story, this is actually from the end of last year. Very unfortunate news. Vince Zampella, the leader of Respawn, as well as, former Call of Duty guy, former, Titanfall guy, also worked on the latest Star Wars, Jedi releases. He died in a car crash, a single car crash. He was apparently driving his Ferrari with a friend of his, and something went wrong. There's been some speculation one way or the other. And he crashed and passed away, unfortunately.
Now, was that the video of his crash?
There is a video. I have not had any interest in actually watching it. I've heard some somewhat gruesome descriptions of what happens in that video.
Well, the video I see, it was nothing gruesome.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
Sorry, I had to swallow. But the video I saw, I didn't see no bodies or nothing.
okay.
I saw the crash
because I had heard that the friend actually was ejected out of the car. Apparently, they had their seatbelt on, but the entire seat, flew out.
Now I heard that, but like I couldn't see it.
I got you.
I couldn't see that. Like I think I saw the seat or the guy, but you couldn't really. The camera view I had, they were up close on it. Yeah, they were up close on it.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a camera view later that had later. I don't know, but the camera view I saw, it wasn't really up close on it. That's what I was trying to know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was looking at the wrong. I was looking at the fake video, but the videos I've seen,
videos of it now.
They weren't gruesome. I would say.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was a bad crash, but it weren't like gruesome or anything.
Understood. Yeah. So it's it's always unfortunate when something like that happens. I haven't seen anything like drunk driving or anything like that. So at least there's
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I want to know, because I want to know if that was the video. Was it like? So it was him just speeding. Was it him just speeding on that?
I saw
the tunnel.
I saw a quick thing here that somebody speculated that maybe he was blinded by another car's lights coming out of the tunnel or something like that. Yeah, because the initial stuff I saw was maybe he was just, kind of driving recklessly and lost control. Yeah, I, I don't know. I wouldn't speculate anymore until they come out with some more information about it. But
Dad,
yeah, I mean,
this is the age of speculation.
this is the age of speculation. I mean, I forgot to mention it, but yeah, he's most recently worked on Battlefield. He helped, kind of revive that series this past year. It's more successful than Call of Duty, it seems like. So yeah, it seems bad. He seems like a guy that was good in the industry, and it also from the couple of discussions of him on podcasts that I've listened to from people who have actually interacted with him, it seemed like he was actually a real well liked guy.
Yeah,
And just some
and
asshole,
it's a cool name.
Leading the studio, cool name. And he has a cool name. Yeah, Zampella. It's like propeller, but with a little zazz to it.
Yeah, man.
All right, Dominic.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that was like when yeah, yeah. At the end of the year, happened. It's like darn.
Yeah, like days before Christmas. It was very unfortunate. Also,
he saw big crawls with Daniel today.
Oh, okay. Well, you missed that too, then, Dominic.
Yeah.
Next story. This just happened during this past week. Mikhail Kanitsky is a former, well, not a former, he is a founder of CD Projekt Red and has actually acquired GOG, Good Old Games, from CD Projekt Red. So it sounds like, I guess, they were no longer interested in the selling of games business. They got games to make and publish. I guess they weren't interested in operating the storefront. So it sounds like he is taking over the responsibilities of that for them, and good on them. They've been doing a lot of good work lately, bringing back old games that weren't necessarily being released by publishers otherwise.
Mikhail Kanitsky.
I would assume the same place CD Projekt Red is.
Oh no, not the person. I mean, what did he do?
Oh, he was one of the co-founders of CD Projekt Red, and then he left. Okay. It sounded like he stepped down from whatever role he was in, and then was still kind of around CD Projekt Red, but didn't have a main role. And then he's coming back to do this. So I wonder if there's some kind of deal within where they're we aren't really wanting to do this anymore, but we don't want to get rid of it, and we don't want to sell it to Saudi Arabia.
Tired of him hanging around doing nothing.
Here, take this project, get out of here. But as the GOG is also well known for presenting DRM free games.
Yeah.
So it is good that they are not going away.
I thought you were going to say now they're going to do DRM.
Yeah, they're going
all the time.
I don't know. Maybe they
more DRM.
It's interesting. I'm on here, and we didn't talk about the game Horses because I don't know that we really needed to. But this is a game that was, I believe, removed from Steam or denied. Being able to publish on Steam because of some content in it. And then I saw a thing about how it was going to be on Epic, and then that deal ended up falling through. But it is just available on GOG. So I don't think I ever think about GOG as far as a competitive storefront for those two, but it very much is. Honestly, This should be the number one place to buy your games before those other two places.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see a lot of, current releases on here, immediately at least.
You cut out on me. What you say?
I was just saying it's, they don't have a lot of current releases outside of immediately after release, I should say, outside of like the CD Projekt Red stuff, obviously.
Yeah,
But, you know, for
unless
some
they
of the
come
stuff
with
it
DRM
does.
free. Yeah, unless some of those games come on DRM free initially, they might.
Yeah.
But yeah, it usually be like later if they come up there.
I think the Steam convenience factor is just it's
I mean,
made us
that's what
all
it
lazy,
is.
Dominic.
Yeah.
There's something about like I don't want to manage having like an exe in my downloads folder. I just want Steam to put it wherever it puts it, and I don't ever actually have to see those files or the installer. I just see Steam, and then I see my game. I know some of the work they did recently was like the Resident Evil games they brought back as like the originals, because obviously you could get the remasters, but the original games weren't preserved very well. And brought
Wow.
those
I'm looking
back.
at the football game. The running back gets the ball and he just slips back, like whoop,
Ooh, rough.
because it's raining.
Yeah.
They're down in Tampa Bay.
Jeez. Rough. One time it rains in Tampa for an extended period of time. All right, Dominic. So that is the news. You know, it's the end of the year. Everybody's been on break. You know, basically video games and even video games media usually shuts down between, you know, Christmas or a week before and New Year's. So that is what we had there. But we will, as you mentioned earlier, be doing a year in review in 2025. And as it turns out, like I'm looking back over this and I don't have a ton of stuff, and I don't think it's because, you know, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I think this was a year where like there were a lot of games and a lot of really good games that came out. But as far as like news goes in the industry outside of, you know, your normal layoffs here and layoffs there wasn't like a whole lot going on. Even for a year where we saw, you know, the release of the Switch 2. So we'll kick this off with January. There was nothing, so we'll skip right into February, where Warner Brothers
Well, it was
closed
just release of the
Monolith
best game
Productions.
that should have been called Best Game of the Year at the Game Awards in
What
January.
was that?
Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's what
Oh
what it
well.
said on the Dynasty Warrior Reddit forums. That's what they say.
Spoilers, Dominic. That's you know, now we know your game of the year. I guess we're doing that. But yeah, in February, Warner Brothers closed down Monolith Productions and canceled that Wonder Woman game
Oh
that was
damn! Was
going
that
to
early to
use the
cancel it?
Nemesis system. Yeah. Yeah. So that, you know, you were talking about Shadow of Mordor. Like that was the last time we saw that stuff implemented. And like for such a novel concept, like just tying like progression to these characters and like having them come back and you know, remembering what happened, like that was so cool. And I always thought like, yeah, you apply that to like a rogues gallery of, you know, Spider-Man or Batman or whoever, that would be absolutely insane. Now obviously they chose Wonder Woman, and I can't tell you outside of Cheetah or whatever a single villain of Wonder Woman's, but still the idea still persists there, right?
They named the Greek gods.
Oh yeah, there you go. Ares, Mars. Wait, am I dipping into the other ones?
I think
I
that's
don't know.
Roman.
I was
Mars.
gonna say I think Mars would be Roman, because I think Ares and Mars would be the same thing,
Yeah.
both gods of war.
But you know what?
All
Who
right,
knows? DC might did something like, oh, there's two war gods, or whatever.
this would be me not being surprised in the slightest if that were the case. All right, in March we had Game Informer coming back. They were acquired by Gunzilla, and they are now, you know, existing, which was surprising to me that means that them shutting down was even earlier, because it didn't feel like it was that
Thought it
long
was this
ago that
year.
they went
Yeah,
away. Yeah.
I thought that they shut down.
So I think it was probably at the end of 2024 when that happened. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they didn't do a game of the year And then when they came back, they posted their 2024 Game of the Year stuff. So it's good to have Game Informer back.
Oh, definitely.
Ubisoft also partnered with Tencent for Vantage Studios, which is going to manage their top franchises, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. This is basically like a strategic partnership to like get money out of Tencent while also not ceding control of Ubisoft entirely, even though most of their main franchises are kind of getting lumped in with this. Those Guman brothers, man, they're something else, I guess. I don't know if that's that publisher's going to make it through this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, Dominic. In April, we saw EA lay off between.
Let me talk about. Let me talk over that.
Yeah, sorry.
I really had nothing to say. I felt like I should have more to say about it though. But yeah, I know Tencent got them. Yeah, I'm curious what's it going to look like going forward with this company. Are we going to see any more Rayman
outright by the end of the year?
Rayman, is he going to be around anymore? Is the Watch Dogs series done?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, Witcher Call is still popular. Like I just bought it because it was cheap as hell. The the Division. Oh yeah, I played that.
Yeah,
that was lovely. Yeah, I played.
Yeah, Division.
I played a lot of Division. Yeah, too. Yeah, but well, Tom Clancy. Anything Tom Clancy. Besides, not Rainbow. The Rainbow Six stuff. Like, I know they probably just keep updating the one they have. I don't know if they will go to a new one or not. I'm not sure. Now, maybe they will. But just that
only if
Tom
they
Clancy
feel a
property.
need to make some sort of single player thing, I would imagine.
Yeah,
if you're doing another Rainbow Six multiplayer thing, you would just be crazy to spend any more money on anything other than just Siege. It feels like.
Yeah. And Far Cry. What's the next thing for Far Cry? Like what? Is it just what?
Far Cry, Wild Wild West, Dominic. Actually, I feel like there were some rumors around Far Cry.
I think, but like what location, man? They done tropical a few times, and now they done the mountains. You know, they like Nepal and the Alps or whatever. They done Africa. I mean, they done like the island, and then they done the last one. You could just basically say what, I don't know, or somewhere in South America, maybe, I don't know. And
apparently, it's going to
then America, then North America, at least in North America. I would say like middle North America. That was like Montana or something.
So there's this Vice story. The headline from September is Far Cry will focus more on multiplayer. And then there's from November 2nd, a YouTube video. Leak reveals a nonlinear story, a 24-hour in real life time limit, and dynamic interrogation system. Quietly confirmed coming sooner than we think. That's where I saw something
New York
on the
or LA or something.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's all we need, Dominic. Far Cry LA. Antifa's taken over. This is a non-political game, Dominic.
Just make sure you don't get in the right roads so you won't get stuck in traffic. All right.
Mix of Far Cry 5's cult, chaos, and Succession style family drama.
Okay.
Right. Let's see.
Did it already do that? With the cult?
Yeah, well, that's what they said. Far Cry 5's cult mixed with Succession style family drama, allegedly.
Okay.
whatever that means.
But
All
yeah,
right,
New
next
York.
up,
Do New York.
Dominic.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got yeah, exactly. Yes. Doggy dog business world with guns. Well, they can't have guns in New York, so. Next up in April, Dominic, EA lays off between 300 and 400 employees, including from Respawn Entertainment and Codemasters. Obviously, this was one of the larger layoffs that we saw, and to the point where they're going after developers like Respawn, who we just talked about with Vince Zampella. It's kind of crazy that was kind of their only cash cow, and they were still cutting pretty deep there. So it's wild to have a company where you can drop 300 to 400 people and still operate as a company. But that's just
and that's what
size
all
of
companies
these
are doing.
companies. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll do it even more.
We'll get there.
When we get the AI in there.
Yep. Right. Next up in May, Dominic, was the first delay of Grand Theft Auto. It was delayed to May 26th of 2026. So we were mere months away from Grand Theft Auto 6. And we will see where that goes.
It's one of the dark days. One of the dark days of 25.
And they presented us more. After that, also Super Mario World opened up alongside Epic Universe in Florida. So they had the Super Mario stuff in the California theme park at Universal. Now in Florida, they have opened up the Super Mario World along with like the extra Harry Potter stuff and the Dark Universe, your mummies and your Frankensteins and stuff like that. That part of the park. We got the Donkey Kong ride on this coast, which sounds like they don't have room for it in the California park. So once again, Dominic, the Florida park dominates the California park. That's just how it goes.
They be jumping on those tracks, man. Like you gotta jump in the right place or you're gonna die.
They do have like sections of the track that look like they're busted out and emulate that. So it's kind of cool.
It'd be like how the Simpsons itchy and scratchy rods, or like it's so funny to see rods in like cartoons and stuff. Cause it's like ain't no way in hell that could be like in real life. Like yeah. It's just like a rod where you're on a log and it gets sawed in half. You're like, what the fuck?
All right. Next up, Dominic, in June, we saw the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. Obviously, much anticipated. Came out, was thankfully minimally or unaffected by the tariffs that were, announced shortly after the announcement of this thing. Launched with Mario Kart World. That's an all right game. Then took a little while before we got Donkey Kong.
You cut out.
In Jill. What?
So you cut out.
I didn't say anything after that.
Okay. But like
all
when
right,
you talk, yeah, because you were talking. So you just stopped. Because you were talking, and then it just. Yeah, I can't remember. You said well, let's go back. It was after you talked about Mario Kart.
Okay.
Basically, you say then it was a while until.
Yeah, then it was a while until Donkey Kong came out. And that's one of the big ones for this year. For the Switch, obviously, we talked earlier about Metroid. But I think generally the Switch has had an okay launch year. I think they need to pull things together a little more for next year and solidify that. But obviously it's Nintendo and they only really need to do so much work. Do you think there's going to be any level of effort from Rockstar to get to Grand Theft Auto onto the Switch 2? Like, do you think that would be a priority for them in any way?
I mean, right now, I would say no. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
I think right now they're just trying to get that game out the door, and that And I think that's like way down the line kind of thing. If they even gonna think
Mm,
about it, it'll be for the next handheld or whatever. I don't know.
mm. Okay.
um, I mean, I mean, it depends how the Switch 2 longevity is, but
Yeah. I mean, how
yeah,
sales are. Because I'm still kind of anticipating a jack up in price in some way, shape, or form, whether it's, with another game or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see that out of Nintendo at some point before the end of the, first half of 2026 here.
yeah, because Rockstar, yeah, it's just them trying to get that game, get it launched
Yeah.
um, right now. I'm just still mad that they can't do the PC. I mean, it just
That,
doesn't make
yeah.
any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it doesn't make any sense
Especially
at
when
all.
you are making an Xbox version.
Yeah,
The resources for that should have immediately just been like turned off and went, okay, all right, everybody, we're now focusing our efforts over here on the PC, please.
and I guess maybe they wanted to say like, hey, they want to bring out the best version of the PC version, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like, man, I don't care. You know what? I would do what we've been doing all this time in this generation. Like, I mean, I hate it, but for me, if I was there, I'd be like, we'll put something out there. Like, we'll put something, yeah, and we'll work. And then some people will say that, like, oh man, it doesn't look as good on my 5070. Like, why does it look as like it should look so much better than the other things? And I'll be like, yeah, the update's gonna come in some time. I just do that. I was like, update will come, it will look better.
Yep.
But we want to get it out there so you can buy it. And cause y'all will, because you're sheeple. You're sheep.
How dare you?
Yeah, I would tell them, and they were like, you're right. We are sheep.
All right, Dominic. Next up in July, we had Microsoft laying off 4% of its workforce, and this included closing the initiative, which was the team working on Perfect Dark, and of course, canceling Perfect Dark as well as a couple of other games.
Damn shame.
But more importantly, I guess
Just gave it to
the one that they had just showed off.
could have gave it to where? Because what the hell are they doing? Nobody's buying freaking
Sea of Thieves.
Avatar stuff anymore. It's-
Yeah, nobody cares what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like anymore,
What's
Dominic.
that
It's
guy doing? What's that guy with the glasses doing?
that's a good
Sunglasses.
idea. They killed him, put him in the Microsoft basement, Dominic. They're actually gonna blame him for all of the Bill Gates Epstein file stuff. They're gonna say it
Yeah, I
was
didn't even
him.
hear about that. I didn't hear about Bill Gates.
Frequent flyer, Dominic. All right. Nothing in August. September, we finally saw the release of Hollow Knight Silk Song after 6 years, and countless numbers of jokes. Super Mario also
And
turned
that game name
40
went
in
Game of the
Japan.
Year. Man, what a waste. Thinking it just came out years ago.
Super Mario turned 40 in Japan, and EA went private after selling to the
Mario
Saudi
is the
Arabia
same age
Public
as me.
Investment
Look,
Fund.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
That
Well, Super
man looked
Mario. Super Mario is. Yeah, he hasn't aged a day. What happened to you?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like this man looked like he was like freaking in his 30s or something. Like when I was freaking 5. Like what the hell? What the hell happened?
See, Dominic, he's not a human. So
Those
what actually
mushrooms. Those
happens
goddamn
is
mushrooms. Keep them
now
young.
he dies, but then he gets reinvented as Baby Mario, and then he becomes Super Mario again within months. So he just keeps dying and repeating. All right.
Mario.
Anything about EA going private, Dominic? How about them?
Oh man. Yeah, that's something. I mean,
How much money did our president make off of this?
oh, I have no idea, but yeah, I mean, I mean, I have nothing to really say. It's like, oh well, like I guess. I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
not
we'll
under.
see what the knock-on effects actually end up being, right?
I
Like,
mean, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. I'm not in the now in like the boycott thing or anything because my opinions on
because
Saudi
I was
Arabia is
already
very
boycotting EA games.
it's very it's very minimum. Um,
Yeah.
well I wasn't because I just bought college football, but like I was like yeah, it's very minimum with the Saudi Arabia thing. Like I'm like not that like I mean I just they're a country that does underhanded shit or overhanded shit. I mean, they do a lot of shit. That's where I'm at with them. I mean, like it's like yeah, you like just like our country, we do a lot of shit. I mean, so my opinions are just very minimal with that. But as far as EA privatizing, like with them, that's where it's like, I mean, I just hope it. I just don't. I mean, I don't see the good in that. Like, it doesn't have to be Saudi Arabia. I mean, it could be anybody just privatizing because like just what EA was doing beforehand, I'm just thinking like, is this good for the people who actually work there? Like the workers, not the people up top or anything. Like, is this good for? Would this be good for those guys, those developers, or anything? And I don't know. I mean, I hope it does. I hope something comes out of it that's good and not people losing a lot of jobs. But I feel like that's just wishful thinking, really. Honestly, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what EA is going to look like in a couple of years. You know, we kind of joked about Ubisoft, but like the idea that EA is not going to just kind of get gobbled up by this and kind of spit out the other end, especially when, you know, it's basically being purchased with a portion of EA's own money. So it's already starting out in debt. And this just seems like a you know, a tale as old as time of private equity firm style thing. I you know, EA for the longest time has been the butt of the video games industry, but at the same time, they've been putting out products that people have been buying for a very long time, whether it be Madden football or Call of Duty or
Are
not
you
Call of
are you
Duty.
on your mic? Like, because yeah,
Yeah,
because you
I
kind
am
of cut out. Like,
right on it.
okay, all
Yeah.
right. I don't know what it is.
So yeah, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride. I think. I don't know how quickly this is going to go bad for them, but I have no doubts that this is going to mean the end of EA, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing to people. And as a
Yeah,
company, it's probably maybe a good thing. The leadership, like you said, but it's going to result in a lot of lost jobs.
yeah. Man's been gone for a long time. Like he's passed away. So I mean, I think that was the end of it right then, Daniel.
Yeah.
Once Madden was gone, I think that was it. And what was the other game that was darn, it's not sports related. What a big game they did. Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer, man. Once they
Yeah.
stopped that too.
There you go.
But Madden, well, I'll say, well, really, not jokingly, because Madden, I mean, Madden himself has anything to do with it, but it's like a year or I think when the Xbox, yeah, when the Xbox 360, and then the new those console generations started. That's when Madden felt like it really was going downhill. I think they had like one good Madden game during that time, maybe, and like that was it. And like it was like, darn man, that freaking sucks. And yeah, I wasn't looking at the sports anymore. Like now I can't speak for hockey or FIFA or whatever. I can't speak on their front. They I mean, of course, I know they sell. I mean, hell, man sells, but I don't know like how people liked it. Now, I know NHL. I think NHL had some good reviews though. Um, a lot more good reviews than Man did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like well, like just for me personally, it was just I was just looking to see like what they did other than sports. Like they come out with something good other than sports, like Titanfall. That was a big deal. Star Wars, of course, when they got that license, they fumbled the ball with it though, but they did have some good games with it. Um, yeah, EA just it's kind of went downhill. I mean, was uh Battlefront was good. Yeah, that was a good IP, at least some of them. Um, like I think what people might consider a bad one is like the one before this one, maybe the two before this one, maybe the two. Even the World War II one, I think it just felt like it wasn't much to that after Battlefield One. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, EA, yeah, they gonna have to do some changes, and I don't know if it's gonna be changes I want though, but they're gonna have to do something. Like yeah, I just wondered like what games I'm going to be seeing. I just can't picture seeing like a whole lot of single player games, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not what makes money, Dominic. All right. In
Oh no,
October, there was nothing.
Tasmanian Jagger, he was EA, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know, he's not still EA, is
Had
he? Or
Tasmania.
did they somebody buy him out?
You know what? I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I'd say like,
Yeah, because it feels weird that it would have come back if it was EA, right?
yeah, I feel like it would have said EA, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Chrome Studios, based in Australia. So, hey, at least we know it's authentic, Dominic.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Well, it's not authentic because it's not Tasmanian. It's Australian. How dare them? How
Whatever.
dare
They're the
them
same thing to me. They're
appropriate
all
the
same to me,
Tasmanian
Daniel.
culture? Oi,
Tasmania,
oi
New
is what I say
Zealand,
to that.
Australia. They're all bundled down there in the backwards part of the
It's all Hobbit
world.
land down there.
That's the upside down world, Daniel. That's
Yep.
the world from Stranger Things or whatever.
All right. In November, Dominic, we had Grand Theft Auto 6 delayed once again, now out of May of 2026 into November 19th of 2026. The wait continues. How long before we get another delay? Do you think we get another delay, or is that it?
I say, like, we'll get a delay. It'll be a big one. It'll be like weeks or something.
Hmm. Really coming in hot. They're like, we got to implement more microtransactions. All right. After that, Dominic, we had Valve announcing a new Steam controller, VR headset, and the Steam machine. Poor timing on their part, maybe, because RAM prices have significantly increased.
Yeah.
So they did not give us a price. And I think that is going to do a lot of damage
What they
to
call the
them.
Steam machine? The box? What they call the box?
The Gabe Cube.
The cube. Yeah, oh yeah, the GameCube. Yeah, that's. What
I mean, they
we'll
just call
it.
it's
Yeah.
called the Steam machine, but people call it the
I
Gabe
know
Cube.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
What the people. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
But that's what it is, Daniel. Whatever the internet says it is, it is.
The Gabe Cube.
The
It is a very nice play on words, yes. All very nice looking products, but I think the Steam machine could either find a really good niche if they can still keep that price reasonable. If the price of gaming PC components otherwise, mushrooms in a way that, is an unobtainable, and this stays a slightly more obtainable thing. Or it could fall down the path of, well, we can't keep the price low enough to make this, desirable, and it's going to go by the wayside.
the self-driving cars or something like that. Maybe partner with
Yes,
somebody.
the newly released Valve self-driving car. That'd be awesome. All right, Dominic. In December, we had Netflix sort of acquiring Warner Brothers as well as its game divisions. Including Mortal Kombat creators, NetherRealms. Obviously this has not been finalized yet. There's still some protests from Paramount, and who knows how that's going to shake out through our government. But yeah, I don't see a world where this is necessarily a good thing. I mean, outside of Warner Brothers would have just shut down otherwise. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
more consolidation seems bad for us as consumers.
man. Yeah, I don't like this because it's just gonna be where I look on. Well, I don't have HBO Max now, but like streaming services say, hey, where's my shows at now? And then it's like, oh, they're here, and yeah, they might be on Netflix, but they don't have everything. Maybe it's like everything that goes over, and it's like, where I'm going to watch these shows that I used to watch there every now and then, but owned by Warner Brothers. And then the games is like, what's going to happen with the game division? Like, man, is Rocksteady still going to be a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, that was they really dropped it. They really dropped it with the Suicide Squad, and even though it sounds like it's not their fault, like the company pushing them to do something multiplayer, maybe I don't know. But even still, like they dropped the ball. Like you get that game for like three or $5 or something like that over the holiday, and yeah, it's ridiculous. It's sad because it's like this is not the time I want them to change because it's like if they were like in a better place and then they got bought Netflix, I would still be afraid. But it's like, well, Netflix. I mean, they got something good here, because these guys are putting out some good stuff. But the last big thing that Warner Brothers put up was good was the Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
It was Hogwarts Legacy, and like everything else has been mediocre. And I mean, they were Warner Brothers. They had it. It's like they fucked themselves over. That's the thing. Like I just want, like I said, like I wish I knew what the money situation was before Batman Arkham Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, either the latest one or maybe Mordor. I don't know. Maybe Mordor, because when they had to feel like they had to go chasing the money with microtransactions and stuff like that. Like when did like did they have to? Like were they in dire straits then?
We all
Or
had
what?
to, Dominic. We had to. The only way to make more money.
Yeah. It was that's just what it thinks is like it seems like ever since y'all did that, it just seems like it was going downhill. Was it good? You tell me it was gonna go downhill anyway if y'all didn't just focus on the quality like y'all were doing before? No, like the Mortal Kombat was doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mortal Kombat series was great and everything. It's like what the fuck, man? Like it's just like everything went bad at the same time. Like I said, except for the Hogwarts series is the only thing that did good for them. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I say like it looked like it's so it's so relatively well compared to other games. Now I don't know what it's so well in their books. I mean, I didn't hear about it saying like it didn't sell well for them.
The
So
Hogwarts game?
yeah, but it's so
I
like
I
it's
heard that sold extremely well.
yeah, it's so really well. And thing is, there was no microtransactions though.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like, what the hell? Like I said, dude, that means you can put out a game. I mean, you can.
It means
I
you
mean,
can
you
put
can say
out
like,
good games.
yeah. I mean, you can even say some people might say like, well, it has Harry Potter names. So that's not true. That it would just sell though. Like I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think that game is that kind of property
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
It
if
can
any
also be
game.
a double-edged sword at this point too.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because that came out at a time when it was her with the trans thing,
Yeah.
transphobia stuff. So you're like, I don't know. Like, thing is, I can't think of a game, I mean, besides like Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Like, can just be like, we can just put a name on it and do it. And, like, Star Wars can't even do that now. So you can't say Harry Potter can do that. Like, if Star Wars can't just put, you can't just put a name Star Wars and just sell it. That just tells you right there. Like, even Marvel can't do that. You've already seen that. So, like, you can't. So yeah, you still have to put a good game out, and that's what they did. They put a relatively good game out, and so it's just like, darn, what if y'all just did that? Would y'all still be like, would you still be okay? Like, this had nothing to do with the Netflix sale because that's Warner Brothers as a whole, but just them, the games division. Like, would y'all be like, oh yeah, we're down like in money or whatever? It's like yeah, it's like y'all shot your own selves in the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yes, it's because I can see like yeah, I feel like you should check like yeah, if you see a trend happening, I don't think you should follow it, but don't put every game on it. You know, like make a game that maybe for it. And if it doesn't do well, fine. If that one game failed, but don't make it like every game has to have this.
Yep.
All right, so what else we got?
It just seems like that's the way everybody's going. All right, Dominic, last one I got here for December. Doug Bowser has announced his retirement from Nintendo of America. So
Oh shit.
now, Dominic, we can move into the year of Waluigi.
Yeah. Also Doc Bowser, so he was getting so that was his last day with Nintendo was getting those awards at the Game Awards.
Pretty much, yeah. He was like, I'm taking
um,
these with me too.
yeah, yeah. He said, "This is it's under my regime, so yeah, they're going home with me."
Not
Um,
even going back to the office after this. This is going straight to my house.
so yeah, so I wonder who's so did they announce a new person for Nintendo America yet?
Oh, I think they did actually. Nintendo of America, new CEO. New CEO is Satoru Shibata, who is joining late 2025, taking the CEO role. He is working alongside Devin Pritchard, who is the first female president of Nintendo of America, as well as COO.
Oh, okay.
So it seems like effectively Nintendo of Japan is taking more of a uh, guiding role in Nintendo of America and taking that CEO spot, while kind of the lead person now is the president there.
All right. So yeah. We'll see how that works out.
Yep.
I hope they don't have a Sega situation here.
Hot take, Dominic. Because I saw a YouTube video. I think it was Kit and Krista, who are former Nintendo Treehouse people,
Uh huh.
and they were talking about how Metroid Prime 4 was basically a request from Nintendo of America. Like, Nintendo of America said, like, hey, Nintendo of Japan, can you guys please make can we please make a new Metroid Prime game? And this is his punishment, Dominic.
Oh shit.
That game
Yeah.
came out and they said, you know what, Doug, this is your fault. This is your fault. You pissed off Daniel. And now you
Yeah.
got to go.
But Pokemon is still okay though because I guess the
Odds.
people still buy
Exactly.
it.
People were buying it before and will continue
Yeah.
buying it. Although, I
But
mean,
yeah.
look at Call of Duty, Dominic. It can happen to anybody. So they keep putting out Pokemon games like that. I mean, there's a difference between dated Pokemon games and bad Pokemon games. I think X and Y were probably closer to, or is it X and Y? What were those? Not X
Yeah.
and Y.
Yeah. They were excellent. Oh,
Was it
or is it
X and Y?
Scarlet? Scarlet?
Yes, Scarlet
Scarlett
and
and Johansson.
Violet. Yes, Scarlet. God, that would be such a better game, dog. Why can't we have that? All right.
Well, what was it? Violet? Violet.
Yeah, Violet is very good. Very good, dog. All right. Yeah, so that was
Oh,
the
look up here.
year.
Cringe as fuck. Nintendo appears doomed by new moderate audience. They got a fat Princess Peach up here.
What is that?
I don't know if that's supposed to.
Where are you
Is
at,
that supposed to
Dominic?
represent? Is supposed to represent Devin Pritchett?
Oh, Jesus.
Devon Pritchett or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm on YouTube. I typed in. I was typing in new Nintendo COO, and that's what came up. On this Doctor Disaster.
Might be time to reset your algorithm, Dominic.
God darn, man, these guys, yo, I swear, it's like, it's a woman one too that I see. She
Yeah.
wears glasses or something, and I was like, man, I said, good for you that you found your niche because you could be a woman speaking for those white men, and they could be like, see, she knows what's up. She's our Sarah Palin. She's our.
Yeah.
That's what I first thought too. I was looking like, oh, she's just Sarah Palin for the alt-right gamers.
All right, Dominic. That is all I have.
She probably don't even wear glasses.
Year.
She's probably really was just going for that.
I mean, exactly. What did you think overall? Like, good year, bad year?
As far as gaming,
yeah, as far as gaming.
As far as gaming, yes, definitely. I think it was overall a pretty good year, honestly. Like quality of games. I think
news-wise, it was uneventful, but like the amount of games that we got is honestly kind of incredible.
Yeah, but this year does also show me that I'm afraid for the future of gaming.
Yeah.
like that's the thing. Yeah, good games now, but I'm very afraid for the future. Like as far as like games, like yeah, there are gonna be some good games that come out. The question is like, are we going to be able to play them? And like after those games we know that are coming out, what's going to happen? Like what is the future like of these? What's the next systems, man? Like what's the future of Xbox? I mean, Xbox.
That's the interesting thing. I mean, we'll get into it more obviously when we get into our predictions, but like, yeah, theoretically, we're in a year where the next Xbox is going to launch. Do these hardware trends mean it's not going to? Was there ever a reality where it made sense for another Xbox to even launch? Do we start hearing about this portable Sony PlayStation 6? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And yeah, and then like I said right here, what the new Nintendo president, like the guy said, this is the new Kathleen Kennedy on Nintendo right here. What's going to happen, Daniel? What's going to happen here?
Not the Kathleen Kennedy of Nintendo.
Oh my god, dude! You white guys, man, y'all having a hard time.
Struggle is
in the
real,
last decade or so, man. Y'all been having a hard time, huh?
I mean, honestly, what did we do to deserve this, Dom? What did we do?
We destroyed your Star Wars, taking your jobs away from y'all, man. Y'all can't say certain words without being canceled. I can't make jokes.
They're all our favorite
people.
words, too.
Hey, I got Donald Trump president twice. That should be good. It's gonna get things back on track.
Yep, that was great. Hmm.
We got the Catholic and the. So, well, these people probably don't know shit about this woman. They don't know shit about this.
Not in the slightest, Dominic. All right. Anything else for the people, Dominic? Nothing as
Oh
far as
shit!
new
Yeah, I'm definitely
releases,
gonna
obviously.
change my algorithm because now I'm seeing on the side. Well, that's only because I hit on the Doctor Disaster. I'm seeing like, yeah, the Internet Destroy Anita Sarkeesian, and I
Oh
mean I don't
boy,
like
we're
her,
still talking about Adidas Sarkeesian. Jeez.
but still, just even mentioning her, I'm like, when the fucking I haven't heard
I
that
say,
fucking
when
name
was
in
she
forever.
last relevant? It's the year of our Lord 2026.
Doctor Disaster. He got like he looked like a Star Wars character. He got a mask on or something like a Darth Vader, but it's chrome, like brown chrome, and yeah. I mean, he looks like a incel, like villain. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he represents them. Like this would be a good representation
Yeah.
of a certain group of people. Yeah, that's so fucking weird. All right, you can go ahead. You can finish it
All
up.
right. All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You can check us out on Twitter. Dominic's at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. We are also on Blue Sky at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and at Dino Man at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. We also have a website. You can check us out there. It has all of our previous podcasts as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as all the places you can find audio podcasts, including iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. And until next time, guys, talk to you later.
See ya.